live. Hey YouTube. But
Hey YouTube.
We're not looking at that because that is.
Why isn't it?
That's now live. Yes, but the chat's on the right.
Hey YouTube.
Hey Kit Kats.
Start again. Start again.
Hey, so that fan's on. It's actually quite good. Maybe kick that a bit more.
But I might get cold in a minute.
Might get cold. Yeah, so we've got JPAX. This is JPAX 1, and this is JPAX 3, and this is just JPAX.
Yeah, this is JPAX.
And that was a 2 seconds of trying to learn Highway to the Danger Zone.
This is a little red bay.
Right, and as soon as there's ladies present, I'll not be drinking any bucky tonight.
Oh, that's just
So
an
I'll have one
excuse.
off it.
You should be drinking. I've seen you drunk anyway. What have you got in there?
It's just Coca-Cola. It looks exactly the same. If you're smuggling it into a festival, it's like
I just put that in there so that I could have
number
some.
18.
You just put that in there so that I could have some, didn't you?
I should really wait. Hey Andy, how's it going? There's the King of Sabbath himself.
Oh, wee Andy. Hi Andy.
Wait, put it down, yeah.
Hi Andy, how are
Back to
you?
the house. Hey Thomas. Oh, that's good having a bit of bucky.
Hi Thomas.
Yeah, so this is a 200th live stream.
Is it? I thought last week was the 200.
No, last week was 100. 2 weeks ago was 199.5, and then it was 199.
Well, I was going to put my hat on, but I couldn't hear. Where's my helmet?
You've already got the Tank Commander headphones, and you're hearing it. Did it actually fit on top of it? It's not going to fit on top of it.
No, this isn't going to go in as well. These are cool.
They're
These
actually
are so cool.
They're actually from
A tank.
no, they are actually from a tank. Yeah.
I know they're from a tank. They're cool as anything. I like them.
That was happy birthday. What year would that have been?
You got them for your birthday?
No, I got them from my wee brothers. They started doing films, and I bought a box of headphones like that. It was 2 or 3 pairs of headphones and some walkie-talkies and stuff out of a tank, and I kept one set, put sockets on it. Hey, live from Acoustic Corner. Well, we're playing electric though, double electrics. I did actually have the option. I've still got. We're going to do a surprise. What's in the box? In fact, how many people are there on? Oh, see, I can't see. That's a different. If I pull. Ideally, wouldn't it be good if I could get the chat on the page?
XX. Hi XXX, perhaps.
Hey, Andy, that's Neil and Tetrahedron from down in Troon. Wait, is it Troon? Aye. AX Paps.
Troon,
Yeah,
yeah. I was down in Troon the other day.
Yeah.
Just coming off the boat from Arran.
You can agree. See Andy. Does he have guitars? I don't know. No, he does.
Where's the camera? Has it over there?
That's it, just directly above. I put it in the middle, so if you're looking at yourself, it kind of looks like you're. It's like the old.
It's just
cheesy
when I'm
tactics.
looking, it looks like I'm looking.
But there's also that camera. I was going to do that.
It doesn't look. I should be looking.
It was going to be what's in the box. Who's in the box? Because
I was going to go in the box.
I don't have a box, but there you go. So
there you go. It's me.
Yeah. Oops. And that one. No, that one. That one.
He's obscuring my face.
Yes. Oh.
Yuck. It's me.
16 so far. 16's pretty good.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yes. That was a great. I'm totally going to put that on an MP3, and have it in the car. Just playing just that bit. It just keeps looping. So actually, I wonder how can I make that bigger. I'm a wee bit. Bear with me a second.
That's echo in my ear.
Take it off then. It's like, so we've got a live stream monitor there. Woo! Oh, it's actually lowered down. Why is that? Is that on?
So when he talks, I can hear it through these, you know, and
how
it's
does
bad
that,
enough.
How does that sound, Jen?
Without being magnified.
Does that sound better or worse? That?
What, through here?
I can hear it.
Can I hear you? I can hear you.
Yeah, but can you hear me through this?
No, I can't. I just hear.
Hello.
Oh yeah, you can hear me now. I don't think you're close enough to the mic.
Why is that? Why is that down so low? Hold on. What about now?
Well, your voice is bad enough. I don't want to hear too much.
Yeah, no, but it's like
I don't want to be too loud.
things have moved. Yeah. Oh, it gets difficult.
Look at this strap. Isn't that a lovely colour?
What I was trying to do here was I want to make that. Can I? How do I make that bigger? There's not an option to show in bigger. No.
Why is that? That's like 3-second delay.
That's because that's it. Must be. I don't know. That's why maybe everyone's seeing it. That's
Is
probably
it a 3-second delay because you always swear?
no. But I haven't. To be honest, I haven't said fucking yet. So that's better.
I haven't annoyed him yet.
Yeah. Top Gun Wing Commander in the house. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Beautiful
Look.
strap. Oh, this being
My tank.
JPAX number 1, and I need to get better pickups for it. I was playing it there through the vaporizer.
And this is JPAX number 2, the little
3.
red face. Is this number 3?
Yes, it says so in the back of the headstock.
Yes, it does.
I was playing that earlier on, and oh, I wish I had a fuzz bass in it. I'm struggling not having a fuzz pedal and a bass now. I think I'm going to have to. There's not really very much room to physically put it in.
Oh, he's got a Washburn pickup in there, and you're going to put one in for me in my Encore. This is an Encore.
Yes, it's a very heavy little reed bass. To be honest, I'm not as super impressed with it as I was. The Judge did.
Is that not MDF though?
No, it's very, very, very heavy plywood. I think.
Is it? Okay, I think mine's real wood.
Right. That's an Indian one. That's one of the real ones.
I think mine's Japanese.
I've replaced all the bits anyway.
Mine's better than yours. I don't want any Coke because I'll get totally hyper if I drink Coke.
Not of the Colombian marching variety, because I wouldn't hang about if you were into that, because I can't stand folk on that. It's
on
pure
what?
Annoying. Colombian, the other kind of Coke, not the Coca-Cola Coke.
Oh right, okay. Oh
Yeah.
no. I don't touch drugs. I've never taken drugs.
Jizz, you're just butchering guitars. Yes, actually, I used that as the thing, mate. I thought that was what we could talk about actually. I was thinking I was just gonna try to work out some sort of plan. It's like, Jens, we'll do that, yeah, and then it's like, so it's a celebration. Did you not just hit 30,000 subs?
Yep. So it's a.
But they're not as good as
200.
I reckon.
30,000.
Roughly, a YouTube sub's worth about 5.
Yeah, but I'm getting
About
paid
5.
I'm getting paid £250 a month for my Facebook page. Well, okay, not quite.
Yes, I was thinking about that woman the other day. Actually, remember what was her name in the railway station in Thingme? The black girl in the pure. She did what? And she was doing that exact thing with her hand. The one with the runny nose.
Yeah, she was funny.
She was hilarious.
That's when we went to America. Because they were so. No.
She did what?
What? Just come with me. That was an experience.
So, guitar talk. Who's bought new guitars this week? In fact, Jen.
Me.
Can start.
I bought one. I bought 2 actually.
Guess what kind of guitar this is?
I bought a Washburn.
So this can be a.
Don't trip over my headphones.
My head. You're not having them. I use them. So guess what kind of guitar this is when you go. Some of you'll know. What kind of guitar is this? There we go. Just butchering guitars. Not fussed for the Coke really, but I do like the smell of it. The butchering guitar was nothing. The butchering guitar was, but oh right, guitar guy was he? Cool. Actually, he put another post. I can't remember what it was. I should have put it up, but it was too much of a. I think he was secretly pleased that I'd used his. I shouldn't have actually used it for the thumbnail tonight. You're just butchering guitar shite. This is a shite idea.
Look,
Yeah.
I just noticed that looks blue on the screen. Is that because of the fluorescent paint? Because it's not blue, but look at the screen and see it's blue.
It does. In fact, I did not find
Do you
that.
notice that?
I found that pen the other night.
And look, it's doing it there. So this guitar isn't actually blue, but it's fluorescent paint. So see over there, look how blue it is.
I think it's just reflecting the TV screen.
That is a really nice colour, that blue.
Hey, you should take the fuzz bass to the next gig and use it as a pedal. Or just use it as a pedal. I never thought of that. You could actually just have, like, use it like an expensive bass, but actually just have it plugged into Judge Death just sitting on the ground. What? That was a mistake. Jess. You just give me £100. Was that a mistake? I can refund it, Jess. I assume it was meant to be a tenner.
It's not worth £100.
I mean, you were right about this guitar. It's exactly what you said it was.
10 pence.
10 pence.
I mean, give him 10 pence.
It's
What does
ridiculous.
JPAX get? Does she get a wee tip for being here? For his 200th show.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's not- it's
Come
not
on,
a
Mr.
Yamaha.
Whitesnake, you know what it is. Well, it's like you just want it to be too accurate. But cheers, Jez. Well appreciated. He's borrowing my design for the Super Double Neck Star Destroyer. So this is in lieu of royalty
Is that him
payments.
paying you then?
This is in lieu of royalty
that
payments. Once he's
bribery?
making millions from it, I'll be like, you took.
£100?
It's like the equivalent of the session fee. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Yep, I'll take £100 for playing the session for that. Oh, it just happens
All I
to
ever
be
got was 10
Mi-
pence.
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
on Facebook.
Yeah, you're just not whoring yourself out enough, I think. No mistake. Cheers. I think we're a wee bit. I think it's a wee bit delayed. But
Jen is 1 swig for every 2 Amalcos.
Jen's tip is 1 swig. I don't know what that means.
I would never get to sleep if I drank that Coke. I just ate some of his sweeties out his sweetie tin. He's got a wee sweetie tin. Have you seen the sweetie tin?
I don't think it's not.
Oh, look at this. He's just a wee kid at heart, look. He's
But the
wee
thing
jelly
is, if you've
babies.
got a packet of jelly babies, you sit and eat the whole packet of jelly babies. Whereas if you've got a wee tin, you don't have to finish the packet. You can just put them in the tin, and then what you do is you buy another packet of sweeties. So there's jelly babies and jelly beans and.
All those wee beans are good. He gave me into trouble early and said, "You're going to eat them all, Jen."
Genuinely turned up and asked, "Do you have any sugar?" And it's like, yeah. I really just thought you just wanted actual sugar.
So he gave me a teaspoonful of sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is an Ibanez. Jen's latest, so it's even got the price ticket on the back of it. But yeah. So the Joe Satriani one is basically this guitar, but like if you just sanded it more, pretty much.
It looks just like that one I painted for.
Well, it's very much. Is it an Ibanez Radius one? Geeks. It's an Ibanez Radius, isn't it? This used to be, and then it became the Sabre, the S series. But I think this is a Radius, which I think was what Joe Satriani's one is, and then it's just very similar. But it doesn't have the Joe Satriani neck, because we all know about the Joe Satriani neck, don't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like a Strat neck, whereas this feels like a turbo speed metal neck, like it should be.
Turbo lover.
Need to do something with that. Hey Kane, is it the Edge Zero Bridge? It's the Edge of some sort. I recognise it's genetics from the Edge, original Edge bridge that's in my RG. So yes, it is an Edge of some description. It doesn't actually say. No, it just says Ibanez on it. It looks good. It's missing its whammy bar.
Well, it looks
Oh,
cool.
it's got the best kind of whammy bar.
What?
See the whammy bar, right? See there?
Mm-hmm.
You put it in there. See if you look just down there. There's a wee Allen screw. That means you don't need the right whammy bar. You can just put any one that fits in the hole, and there's a wee grub screw that you can tighten up to make it fit.
Oh yeah, okay then.
All bridges should have that. So
We'll
if you
put
don't
a Strat
have,
one in there then.
put any one that's, as long as it's not obviously bigger than the hole, you can put it in.
Okay, I've got plenty.
Ah,
And I've got a fat
Radius, Mr. Whitesnake, you're quite right. Yes. It's the. I don't know if they're actually worth a lot of money now. I haven't seen. I don't know if they were that popular, but I mean, I would obviously, if this were talking about going to the vintage Ibanez, the early 90s, they're still Japanese. This one's a Korean one. Korean?
Yeah, but that's 2003.
2003, yeah. Aye. This is a modern guitar. EMG.
But it looks cool. It's just got that feel about it.
It says by EMG. What kind of designed by EMG? I didn't know you got designed by EMG pickups,
Yeah, I've got a few of them in the house.
but not active. What's it look like behind the back plate? On back, not bigger than the hole. That's what she said. Yeah, yeah. Just go for the smart. Jen
It's
doesn't
got
mind.
big,
Jen
it's
doesn't
got
care.
big springs.
No, just generally just looks like a Strat trim. Nothing really particularly fantastic in there. It did have 4 springs, and one of them was at a diagonal angle. So I moved that out. But I think what's happened which is always the case with this. This is a floating bridge. Somebody has had this from 2000, loved it, played it, changed the strings, and thought, oh, I hear that blah 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 tunes down or uses a different gauge of strings, so they put different strings on it.
Are we going to have problems with
And then
that?
it's fucked. No, because I know how to set it. It's just the problem is that you've got to adjust it. If you when you bought this, it had 9s on it, and then you put 9s on it again, it's fine. But if you put 10s on it, it needs to be adjusted because 10s pull the bridge up, so it'll do what that was doing. So what's happened is someone's put heavier strings on it.
Yeah, but the last time, remember one crumbled? Was that going to crumble? Was
No.
it better quality?
No, that was a different shite thing.
That was my only thoughts. I hope it doesn't crumble.
It's cool, Mr. Whitestick. It was obviously she's been well trained by me, and she paid a good price for it.
Hey,
She haggled down for
listen,
what? It was basically
listen,
it was
Linda,
set at the sort of price that I think
Linda.
it's worth, and then she
No,
haggled down.
you must be joking. I've been doing this long before before he even came out the womb. I was taking guitar lessons and driving and everything.
Yeah, I'm
Remember-
Wales. So I'm just butting. Normally I'm playing the guitar for these bits. I could play it, but it's like it's just the strings are not that new on it. Wing Commander, yes. I mean, it's a good look. I mean, why not? You've just flown in from.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being in the army.
Is there not? Is there not a?
It's got these bits in it. I picked this up at the car boot sale.
It's looking at the badge. It's kind of. I don't think it's a real one.
No, it's not. It's been like for Halloween or something. But it's cool.
Effective. It's effective.
And it was cheap.
Blast some guitar. Some. Nobody's seen this yet, but I've converted to tube screamers. Yeah. She got the need for feed, the need for speed. I just looked it up. Yes, it is indeed the Ibanez Ergodyne EDR 470EX, which might be for executive like my Honda. It's the EX model as well. Mr. Whitestick, get the tarpet. It's like well, you suppose does that maybe the parachute? It's like Mr. Whitestick's dream.
Hey, you can talk about it. You want Kit Kats? I couldn't care less. I've heard everything. I heard everything about it all my life, and I heard it all. So do your worst.
And a Wicked Car picked up a new amp, and I took that fake Les Paul back, got my money back. Lovely weekend, sounds good.
Well, when did you go?
Is it as much fun as my new amp? I'm absolutely loving that vaporizer thing. There's also another one, if you find one, Rampart. Look up that amp, it looks fucking cool as fuck. Maybe even cooler than that.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good.
That one.
Yeah, that's him. He's hiding me. It's a nice colour.
I've got an idea. I could play through that. I could just have an idea. It's like, oh, not that one. That one.
It's quite big. I can't get away with how big it is.
That's what Ronnie was wanting. Was like, oh, first dibs if you're selling it. It's like, he didn't even see it because it was so big. I treated myself to an EHX mono synth pedal for my birthday this week, so it's been making lots of strange noises this weekend. Wow. I mean, mono synth, is that in the same range as the Mel 9 and all that? Because I mean the tracking thing on them is pure ridiculous. Sorry, getting a bit geeky there.
You can be
Get back to talking about smut.
Right.
Yeah, just talking about smut,
This is
bras
all he
and stuff.
does anyway when I go out in a day with him. It's just guitar
You've
talk.
been in a date.
Or when we start talking fights.
There you go. Look, because somebody actually look. I've got a white Black Star mini stack.
Oh, can I have it?
Yeah.
I want it. I love white ones.
It looks like something a stormtrooper would use. Fantastic. I mean, yeah. I'm thinking that's a mad colour. The seafoam green
It's like
thing.
yeah.
I don't have any, but sometimes
It's
it's
nice.
green, sometimes it's blue.
It's like they paint beach huts that colour.
Oh, you sent me a picture of the newer Stagnite Les Pauls. Yeah, new pickups and a Les Trem for a laugh. I take it you're getting the Temu Les Trem. Does it muff Kit Kats? I don't know. I'm working my way through the pedals. Basically, so far the Joyo pedal worked well. The Tube Screamer is like it's. I understand what Tube Screamers are now.
Did you say you didn't know before, Malcolm?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised. What's that plugged into? That?
This is the Fender amp. Are you getting it in good stereo? Yeah.
No, it's not coming through.
It's not coming through.
No. You just thought it was going to make me deaf.
It's not coming through. No.
Not coming through my headphones, no.
Should be.
It's not.
No.
It only comes through when you speak into that.
Where's the other lever? Where's the lever? I'm trying to find it. That's I can see it. That's it.
There's the lever there.
Yeah, so that's it. Open, closed. Now is it coming through?
It's not coming through. It's not that good.
Well, it's live, so I'll just forget about it.
A lot of problems.
Probably lying anyway. Yeah, it probably is coming through perfectly.
It's not coming through. Look, listen.
I'm not listening to it.
It'd be too loud if it was coming through.
Oh my god, a Tone City reverb pedal for £1.50, yeah, whatever it is. Nice soft tech head, yeah, it's always there.
Oops.
One of the things I was looking at was getting that's like a power brake thing for the vaporizer, but it would be more use on the soft tech. It doesn't sound. It's got like a half power mode, so it's kind of fine. You run the rat pedal into it. I used it for years like that. It sounds fine, but it's when you're playing it at proper volume, it's just the best amp in the world. So it's kind of, if you're going to the shops, don't take the Ferrari sort of thing. Aye.
I'd take the Ferrari.
I know if you're going to the shops though. 3-point
Of course I would. If you had a Ferrari, why would you leave it at home?
Well, you could do that, but I mean, the thing is, you're not getting to use it. It's feel like all you're doing is struggling with the fact that the brakes are shit. It's dead hard to go into first gear, whereas
What, in a Ferrari?
Whereas obviously, if you get to drive at 100 mile an hour, it's amazing. Whereas the same with the soft tech, if you can play along with drums, it's just turn it on, it's fantastic. Whereas if you play it through half power, you sit and fidget with pedals, try to get the sound all right. Whereas
Have
just
you
turning it up.
driven a Ferrari, or are you just playing your skill electric?
I have never driven a Ferrari, no.
I mean, you've only just...
A Joyo analog. Yes, I've actually got a Belton, which I think is similar to Joyo, just a wee bit older. Analog delay, which I need to mess about with. I've got the... In fact, if I press this button here, that one? Nope, not that one, that turns us off. That one. You can see that I've got a Bellcat tremolo on my special edition thingy on the bottom right there. So I'm messing about with tremolo. It's not all pedals seem to sound brilliant. I'm not sure I like tremolo. I'll maybe just... It might be a bit more tremolo, no. Aye. I do. It's awfully far away.
What?
The thing to read. It's far away.
I have to do that.
But cheers for the £100. I just got a flash from that. Yeah.
That's all I could see was £100 because it's in red.
Oh, I would. That bad looks bloody lovely, like an explosion on the Ibanez paint room. Bass, no, the bass on that. That's the wee red bass. I've got videos of that. I went to buy that. I paid a tenner for it in sterling, which was stupid. And it was all covered in ash. It'd been sitting in an attic. He just moved into a house and it was in there. And I did a video on top of the camps. He's playing it, and it was like there's something. It's got a P-bass neck profile on it. It's good.
No, but the wee one I've got, the short scale one's brilliant as well.
It's the same bass.
It's really nice.
It's just not as good as Judge Death. Judge Death is my new favourite bass. It's full scale and it's got more pickups.
It's not as good as my bass, Malcolm.
Yes, it is. Does your bass have a fuzz pedal in it?
No. Not yet.
Did your bass cost 10, 50, 25, £30
no.
plus a tenner for the pedal and the pickup?
No, mine costs a lot more than that.
Yeah. Not in the Mel9 series, but similar technology inside. Mono means it only tracks one note, so you have to play differently. But yes, amazing. X-Paps, the thing is that mono synths are only one note, so that's the whole point. That's why I've got my wee Moog, which I like playing with.
What colour bucker should I go for on that?
But it sounds fantastic.
I think you should go for gold. chrome, black, cream, or zero. All right, okay, you don't give the option of gold.
Yeah, and so we're both talking at the same time.
Well, I would go for black.
Where are we? Is it if it's an arty thing?
I would go for black or gold.
Yeah, totally. Ask JPAX questions.
Yeah, ask me questions.
And we can get some of your 30,000 followers on here. I've not looked at how many people there are, but spike the likes if you haven't. That'd be great.
I know some of them will come on. The problem is,
I know the thing, Andy. I don't like using pedals, but I mean I'm really enjoying that amp because it's got no controls on it. It's just got. I'm really using the reverb because that's one of the controls, and you can't put volume up above 1, otherwise it's too loud. So.
Oh,
I need the opinion you for what colour bucker should I go for? A tobacco burst Les Paul, chrome, black, cream or zebra? I can't decide with the AliExpress ones to get. Chrome hardware. You can't have chrome pickups with chrome hardware. I don't like.
I would go with gold.
No, get AliExpress do DiMarzio super distortion looking pickups. I've got a couple of. In fact, there's one sitting there. Just because. There you go. So, DiMarzio own the rights to cream hexagon, as you very well know. Nobody makes
I didn't know that, but I know it now.
Cream hexagonal poles. DiMarzio own the copyright to it, but Temu don't care, so you can get them. They do have painted black poles, but you can swap the poles over if you wanted them to look exactly like DiMarzio's, but they look DiMarzio's, that's what I put in it. Assuming you're looking at not putting really expensive pickups in. There's 2 bridge pickups I've got, unfortunately.
So they've got holes in them then, opposed to the other poles which are flat on the top?
No, sometimes they've got like
like a cross section, like a screwdriver?
A screwdriver, yeah. Sometimes it's a screwdriver and sometimes they're just poles, but they're like Allen keys.
Would that take an Allen key? I was going to say.
And you can tell a real DiMarzio from a fake DiMarzio by using my super duper. See, if it comes from this side, it's not a DiMarzio. If it's come from this stupid 5/17 and 6 when you try and stick it into the hole, if it's one of them, then it's Imperial, which means it's made in America, which means it's DiMarzio. If not, it's something else.
Did you not say that Yamaha I've got might have a DiMarzio in it? Remember? The wee single pickup. You said it might be a DiMarzio.
Yamaha? Oh,
the Japanese.
No, not Japanese. The RGX.
Oh, the RGX.
It was a DiMarzio looking pickup. It wasn't cream though.
So they don't do it.
The same idea.
Cream.
DiMarzio own the rights to cream. See if you look at that one there. That's a real DiMarzio from the 70s.
Is that the one that Dave made?
That's the one he made, but I bought that pickup. Yeah, that's a 70s. It's a real DiMarzio. But the ones that are in, you can't see it because I put that Telecaster against it. But yeah, aye.
What's that there?
What?
The wee things in the island.
I asked you to paint that for me. It's my Nintendo Switch. I got it cheaper than any other one because it's got wee teddy bears on it.
It's a wee kiddie's toy. It's got wee teddy bears.
That's my Switch. I play F-Zero and I won my first Grand Prix. I not send you a message actually the other night.
Well, I might paint it for you if you're lucky. Sand it back.
See here, Bucky. Aye, there you go. Okay, you've been go on.
It's Coke.
Just knock it out. It's just Coke, yeah. Gold with the tobacco burst. Well, all gold. Your thing is with gold, as long as you go all gold, then
on a
gold
tobacco
and cream.
burst chrome wouldn't look like.
I don't know. Ace Frehley, yes.
That's Bucky! You said that was Coke.
I can actually plug in that mic as well. Where is it?
That's horrible.
Sorry, I thought you were joking when you said, yeah, okay.
You said that was Coke.
But it's in a glass bottle with Bucky in it.
You said you weren't drinking tonight, you were just going to have Coke.
Yeah, but I was lying.
That's cruel.
You don't smell it. Right, it's really... a Kawai, like an old Kawai synth.
Could Jen please explain how she sells her guitar work?
Yeah, how do you sell it?
Magic.
You got to get vetted.
Well,
it's like, who's it? It's like Dumble amps. Think about Dumble amps. You can't just buy one. Dumble has to go, all right, you want an amp? Yeah, I'll build you one.
No, it's just like this. I paint them, and I don't want to put them up for sale because I hate putting a price on my art. Because I feel like I should just be giving it away rather than selling it. So I feel bad asking for money because I've got an altruistic personality. So people just message me, and then I sell it. So there's nothing online. You just have to ask. Just message, and you can buy it then. I just can't bring myself to put up a price with it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
I mean, I get it.
It's too contrived.
I get
it's
it.
just not me.
I really struggle selling.
I can't paint for money. I just can't do it. I know I need it, but I just can't do it.
Is there not a Tina Turner song?
What, I can't paint for money?
Private painter painting for money. No?
Private dancer, Marco.
Well, you dance with the pen, the Posca, and the can. Yeah.
Yeah, I do go into a trance.
I don't know
about dancing.
It was amazing. I don't really know. Kawaii is just it's Japanese for cute. Has anyone seen? What's it called? The heavy metal kind of Spinal Tap film, which I didn't tell you about. What was? So no point in asking you.
I watched Spinal Tap. What does that mean? I watched Spinal Tap.
No, there's another film that's kind of like it, but it's modern. And it's a Norwegian black metal band. Right. A rough trip, the full trip, something trip. It looks hilarious. Baby metal are actually in it. Oh.
Yeah, good one, Kit Kats. I'm not stupid. I'm caring, but not stupid.
No, it's just, who would do that? It's just a Coke. Is the main drug of the evening.
That was cruel. That stuff's horrible.
It totally is.
What's the Matrix cheat codes?
You must have them.
What did they do?
That means you can melt the Matrix.
I did watch the Matrix, but maybe I never got it. I can't remember if I watched it all.
I thought the Matrix was... I hated the stylisticness of it. I quite like it now, but I loved it. The whole concept was pure mind-blowing. Sci-fi, and then obviously other ones are shite.
I've got a Matrix coat, and every time I float past, everybody says I look like come for the Matrix.
I'll take a free SG and spare you the guilt. I'll take any money. There's a Tony Iommi one you can have for free. You can't get SGs. It's like, look, let's have someone else. You all know how difficult it is to get any guitar that isn't a Strat. It's like cheap Strat, easy to get. Everything else, hard to get.
Yeah, Jess, that's true. You must have an altruistic nature as well. And you sound like a good person. So yeah, that's the way I feel as well.
I don't know if it comes easy. Comes easy for such ease. Not really. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, I've seen Jess's guitars are pure, super fancy corker type things. I mean that as a compliment. Pure super fancy, and it's like okay, easy, but it still takes you, hours. It's not like it's like it took you 10 minutes.
I know what he's saying. He's got a feel for it. He knows how to do it. I've got a feel for art. I know how to do it. It's just like breathing.
Yeah.
It's like oxygen.
I've got a feel for sticking pedals into guitars, but I don't know how to sell them. But yeah, on a less impressive.
Well, I don't try to sell anything. I think if you just sit back and wait. Someone once said to me, how do you sell your art? I say, just sit back and wait and don't worry about it. If you make things to sell them, then you're going to fail. You have to believe in yourself and believe that one day it'll sell. Sorry, I don't want to get accused of hijacking your show.
There you go. No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Do you remember? Harry number one.
that was quite funny.
Well, I don't want to be in that category.
Yes. Oh, it's you hitting the strings. I'm sitting there going, what the fuck is that noise? Is that coming through the headphones?
No.
What mic is it that's on?
I don't know. Do you want me to call Jessica?
It may be the one on top of the telly that's on.
Do a bit of audio engineering.
Doesn't really matter.
I think I turned it down.
The fact that I actually managed to turn the... Hey, Yoakum! How's it going? I have seen Still Crazy, but it used to be my pal's favourite film. I remember him buying it on DVD when it came out with Oh, what's the guy's name? Oh, Phil. No, who's the lead singer in the band? One of those super mega classic English actors. He's in all your Love Actuallys. You know who it is, Jim, but I can't think who it is. Him.
In a movie.
Yes, it's Still Game. Still Game. Still Crazy. It's a thing about it's like a, I don't know, early 2000s thing with Jimmy Neal in it, about a band that had a comeback.
Jimmy Neal? Jimmy
Neal was in it, yeah. The singer in the band is, I can't even think what it is. He's in one of those actors. Bill Nye.
Alright, I know.
It's Bill Nye, it's in it. Yes, that's my pal Claire's claim to fame. She worked at the BBC and stuff like that, and then she went to a party one time and it was working. She just kind of walked in and Bill Nye looked over and I gave her a nod, went hello, recognised her. So that, I mean, fair enough. What a brilliant thing to be part of. That one of those sort of, I don't really want to be at this dinner party either. Hello. Yeah.
That's it, Jen. What I do now is for selected customers, they give me what value they believe it to be to them. It's always over what I feel comfortable with. So I'll have a good week.
Yeah, well,
oh,
yeah.
Jess, you're the guy that just gave Malcolm £100. Yeah. Well, I would say then that's really nice of you, because not a lot of people are. I've never found a lot of people to be generous. So
yeah,
I think that is really nice of you, the way you look at it. I wouldn't do things for people though, because it's too difficult to please people. You know, when I used to do portraits and they would ask me, there's a picture of my mother, could you do this? So I did it, and then they say, can you make her look younger? And I'll say, can you give her less wrinkles? And I say, but that's what she looks like. So you can't please people, it's not easy.
I get talked into building a bucky caster once for a couple of times for people, and it's not the same as doing it myself. Do it myself, then you can buy it, there you go, it's done. But doing your guitar, very difficult.
Sorry, I'll answer another comment. Kane's saying, Jen, where can I see your art? Kane, I'm on Facebook. I love Facebook. It's like a wee family to me, and I've got so many nice followers through the years. I could stay anywhere in America. I've been invited everywhere, so you can see it on Facebook, or everything uploads to Instagram, but I don't really bother with Instagram. I've not got many people on there, but I've got 30,000 followers on Facebook, so if you want to go there or just add it just to see my artwork, it'll be worth it.
I've said it before. I basically, as soon as I saw the first JPAX guitar, it was like, oh, but I would be a fan. I'd be following even if I didn't know you, even if I didn't like you. I'd still watch.
The feeling of giving when I can is a better buzz. Well, that's the way I feel, because I'm quite a generous person. I like to give people, I like to make people happy, and I like to help them. Because I work as a carer in the morning, and I just love helping people. So it's good. That's
especially when you can make a personal difference to somebody.
No, but it's good for the universe. Yeah. People say to me, why do I get things? Because I put out and you get back.
I mean, as opposed to giving, you know, like, I don't know, if you give it to like a big organisation thing, you give it to an individual person, it makes a
no,
it makes
I'm
a
not
specific
a fan
difference.
of big charities. I don't like that. They shouldn't get £600,000 a year.
Hey Jeff, hello, I'm looking for a guitar debauchery lessons, and YouTube sent me here for guitar butchery lessons instead. Well, that's fine. The guitar butchery wasn't actually invented by that guy who I quoted. I went to see, first time I went to see my pal Wayne in Colville. There's a very famous luthier called Nigel. Can't remember, he's not famous enough for me to remember his second name, but he was like a part of Wayne's like, yeah, we're going to see Nigel now. He's a luthier, not, but he doesn't like a lot of people and stuff like that. He might be a bit short with and stuff like that. I was like, so I walked in, Wayne's like, this is Malcolm, he's a luthier. I was like, no, I'm like more of a guitar butcher, and you can see Nigel just go, aye, and then we got on a house and fire. It was great. He had an Odyssey guitar.
Hi Kane, my name's Jennifer Armstrong. On Instagram I think it's JPAX Armstrong, but if you type in Jennifer Armstrong you should be able to find it. I call myself JPAX. My little puppy died, so I use her name Pax and then J as JPAX. It was just to honour her. So you can find me there. Everything I post goes straight to Instagram.
And then, can you message you on Instagram if you want to buy one?
You can message me on Instagram, but I'm a bit slower. I'm instant on Facebook because that's my thing, but I'm slower on Instagram, but I do check it daily. And I'm even slower on YouTube. I'll take 7 days to reply on YouTube.
Yeah. Cheers. You're welcome. This is kind of bizarre doing the two of us doing the thing. It's actually quite easy and quite good, and I'm just enjoying my bucky.
It's easy. Nothing's easy with you. Well, not normally.
Yeah.
He's on his best behaviour because he's been watched. Right.
Giving me a free SG. Kit Kats, you can't get SGs. When's the last time you saw an SG? I don't know when the last time I had one was. I give Bono money because he's cool. Yeah, quite right, Mr. Whitesnake. He is cool as fuck. Bono, he's a man. What was it? So I think it was in Ireland somewhere. He was doing like thing was up here. Every time I click my fingers, like a child dies of starvation in Africa. And some guy in the front row was like, "Stop clicking your fingers, then you bad bastard."
That's quite funny.
Yes.
It's sad, but it's
yeah, it's sad. Yes.
Oh, do you know what? I need to Google. I saw a dead magpie when I was driving up the motorway, and the magpie was dead. Dead birds, that's a meaning. So, I want to know what a dead magpie means. I saw a sparrow upside down with its legs in the air. I'm guided by the universe and things that I see.
Yeah, you paint it.
Have you ever painted your own take on the great wave of Canagua? No.
Is that something rude? I don't know. I mean,
I don't. People ask me all the time to paint everybody else's guitars, as in Jimi Hendrix, copy that, The Fool, copy that, copy. I can't do that. I'm freestyle. I don't know what I'm going to paint till I start. Malcolm knows. He's the only person that's really seen me paint, and I could spray paint for 6 hours solid. I mean, these first guitars,
I saw you paint the first one, that one there, and then it was looking so good. I said, "I'll go get you another one, paint two at the same time."
I got a buzz, so I started painting them all. You see, the thing is, I was looking for somebody to wire my guitars. In 2018, I was painting guitars, and I needed somebody to wire them, but I didn't meet Malcolm till later on.
Even though I did wire,
so it was just right. I didn't know about him. And he's kind of like me. He's kind of he's a bit mad. He's no danger when it comes to wiring, and I've no danger when it comes to painting.
You get it working. Yeah. The JPAX. I saw. I keep seeing it. That's a Yamaha APX.
What's that?
It's a plastic back Yamaha guitar. Cool guitar, but the body's pure sunk. I keep looking at it. I don't know how to fix it. I will do it though. It looks cool. I have 3 SGs at the minute: a cream epi, a dark cherry Gibson, and a red legacy.
I just sold that one, Kane. I think is that the one that looks like sweet corn? It's like the Corncaster.
But it was Gaelic for cunt, probably.
Those ones are just lightweight bodies. In fact, Malcolm's got a little Les Paul that is meant to be wiring, building. Anyway, it's just a lightweight body. I call it the all sorts. Just put anything on it. Just
that fits. It's all good stuff.
Anything. Just buy a second-hand guitar, take the neck off. Just anything creative and arty.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
you have
Alexander.
a yellow shirt on. Oh, well, put the great wave on an Ibanez Gax. Okay, I don't know. Hey Alex, how's it going?
What is the great
Alex.
wave? Is it a wave?
I don't know.
I said hello to Alex. Is the great wave is that a wave? I've never seen it. You'll need to Google it now, Malcolm.
Yeah, so you have to keep talking, and you won't.
I just can't do things that people ask me to do. It's got to come from my own head. It's got to be in a moment. So if I'm having a bad day, it's a bad day. If I'm having a good day, it's probably more together. It's just emotion. I put emotion on my guitars.
I'm just, I'm hoping it's still on. All right, that.
All right, I thought it was something like that.
Okay, right. What do you reckon the chances are that this is still on? I think it is.
Oh, the day I've not seen it. I could have googled it.
Current viewers to chat rate. Where's the thing that says how many? Come on, likes! Come on, likes!
I like.
Jen's get 30k subs. You've got to try and get more than that. Oops, I didn't mean to turn on that. Could have been worse.
Listen, it was hard work getting 30,000 followers. I've been on for 12 years, and it was absolute hard work.
It was 20,000 when I came over. It was like you'd like 10 to go. I was like, bottle of champagne turned up 6 o'clock, and it was like 11:30 or something, and that was me to get the last few. I was signing in to bands that I'm not in anymore, and then liking to try and get it up. It was like, and I was just like, "Hi, I bought a Telecaster off you about 2 weeks ago. Do you fancy liking this page?" Just like, that guy seemed alright. I'll message him. But we got it about 11:30 or something.
Yep. Midnight. With Scary Simon and the.
Just what?
What's he wanting? What do you want one of?
Put the link in. I don't think I can put links in.
Well, if you.
In fact.
Anybody that comes to my house usually goes away with a bit of art.
I don't know if I can.
Don't all come running.
But now I'm going to move on to that. On a technical note, I'm going to move on to this as the way of doing it, because I've got a sound meter. So I'm going to start using this program, so I will be able to put things up on screen once I've worked out how to do it. It's just trying to do it live when drinking. Is the fact that it's working at all, I'm counting it as a win. But yeah, I should be able to put the link on, and I should be able to get it by window capture, but I don't know what it is it would show you. The chances of me ending the stream are too high.
You'll probably be drunk soon anyway.
Me? Yes, I'm already drunk. It's hot. I'm on the bucky. It's nice. I tried putting a bucky sticker on the front of my amp. It didn't stick to it though, and it looked shit. The vintage ones ain't bad. If you find one, I've heard good things about it. Yes, if you're talking about SGs, the vintage SG, you've got to get the right one though. The more modern ones, they've kind of made it look like the ESP Viper, because Gibson wasn't happy with it, but the earlier ones are great. The one with the Bart Simpson headstock, they're great. They're a wee bit strange, but they're set neck, they're good guitars. A scratch plate for my boring black Fender Stratocaster. Well, Alex, it's the truth. It's like any boring black Fender Stratocaster needs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a way around it. You could get a rat pedal instead. That's what I did.
Well, you're not going to drill a big hole in your guitar for a rat pedal. A nice black and white one would look nice on the black one.
Yes.
In fact, any colour.
I think you should probably maybe actually do specifically. I wonder if it'd probably be difficult to get one that would fit like a tobacco burst. Do you know what I mean?
A scratch plate.
Yeah.
One of mine.
Yeah. No, if you kind of went in the thinking of making it fit a tobacco burst, because really, you've only got black, white, or
no, I've got orange ones.
But it's just that to get one that actually fits in would look cool, because so many folk have boring.
No, I've got orange ones that kind of on a sunburst or something. You put an orange pickguard on it. I've sold a few actually. They look good.
Just walked home from a barbecue, lots of beer, very nice, Mr. Whiteside. Look at you. The SG Special 340 odd. Really, the Special's the cheap one, isn't it? Or it used to be the cheap one. To be honest, I like the Special, the bolt-on one. It's fine. It just looks a bit funny because the neck comes too far into the body. I don't know. SGs.
I was going to say it's Granny's knitting an SG, but it's not. Do you know I've got Dracula in the shed? Remember Dracula in an SG?
That's
Nosferatu.
Yes, is that not one of those?
It's an SG. I need to get it.
Yeah, but I think that is the vintage one. Is it not a vintage model one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's talking about vintage.
I think it is. I think that is the vintage I'm talking about. That's
been lying for about a year. I'll need to get it out and revamp it.
That's not. No. What was the Epiphone one I gave you for painting the thingy?
Oh, that dropped. That was lovely. Everybody wanted that one, and I ran in and I dropped it and chipped it, and then I got annoyed with it, and it's going to actually need sanded right back. But I know somebody that's going to do that for me. Yeah, that's an idea. Yep. Yeah, I know somebody that can sand that SG right back for me with a orbital sander.
Yeah. But Alex, what I would do is I would give Jen a message on Facebook and say, okay, I've got my black Strat, bring it over, and then set them all on top of the guitar physically, and one of them will go, that's the one!
But I can do photo shoots, a Photoshop onto a black Strat anyway.
I mean, he lives in Greenock though, so...
It's nice that they see it.
No, I'm just thinking about Greenock.
If I not got black Strat... If I not got a black strat, I've got about 100 black strats.
We've all got so many black strats.
I could put lots of them on and just send you pictures.
As my pal Jerry said, it's like JPAX and a never-ending quest to rid the world of boring black strats. Quite right. Quite right. Instead of buying 350 to treat myself, well, there is that. A cream Epiphone custom with active AMGs at for 100. The dude was desperate. I love the idea of a cream one. Hey Stratcaster Ian, how's it going? Here's JPAX, seeing.
Can I get a nut? I've had too much sugar.
Oh, those things, I just have them. I think they're out of date.
I can't go. And this base weighs a ton.
It is. It's a heavy base.
I don't want them all.
The walnut if you want as well.
What?
The walnut.
Okay, I'll have one walnut. I said one. I've got meat and healthy.
What my new thing is, in Lidl you get tiny little cornettos, 6 in a packet for £2.
That's not
And they're fucking lovely. Not actual cornettos, they're expensive. The cheap Lidl bastards, they're good.
It's Lidl.
If not. When Space Monkey, this is worse than me.
What?
Okay. The wood butchering. The general butchery and disgusting guitar thing. How's your thoughts? See these trousers? Check this, right. Right.
Yeah. I told him to buy them.
The thing is, it takes 2 bottles in each side, so I can literally carry 4 bottles of bucky in these trousers. Like, I shouldn't never have to pay to get into a gig again. All I do is turn up with 4 bottles of bucky and then just somebody buy me a ticket.
In them? They're strong.
They are strong.
You can smell them from here.
Yeah. I got
Salt
them.
and vinegar.
I got them in that boot sale. They've been sitting there for. They're interesting. Look back in my video, see how long that packet of peanuts has been sitting there. A couple of months anyway.
And JPAX comes in and eats them.
Ah.
Oh, they're out of date.
My daughter is moving out tomorrow and I got my best telly back. It's a sort of double-edged sword, isn't it? It's like, but also yes.
They're a year out of date.
Are they a year out of date?
It tastes alright.
It was 5 packets for £1. Start taking smaller sips of that bucky. I'm enjoying it too much. So what are you doing with the Ibanez Ergodyne then?
Well, what do you have? Yeah.
I'm surprised you've worn them for so long.
I know. Wait a minute, I'll fix my hair. What am I going to do with it? Well, oh god, I can hear now. I can hear. I'm going to
I'm wondering if
I'm trying to do something like the Terminator, but it doesn't matter. If I think about it, I'll probably not do it. So I just have to wait until I start. I love cream and a maple neck.
now you can hear the guitar. See? If those Tank Commander headphones were a bit better, I would wear them more often.
They're cool, I want them.
Wear those breeks when you go up the Necro for Malcolm. Yes, totally. Well, I mean, I can supply bucky. Oh, you can. No, I'm never fitting a rolling cube in, but definitely, obviously needs maybe some sort of braces or something to hold them up if I was going to carry 4 full bottles of bucky. I have tried 4 empty bottles, but 4 is going to strain that belt buckle. When at college doing electrics, we used to swap the carpentry with a wood butcher sign. Wood butcher? I wear a bandolier, holds 12 big beers, complete the look. Yes. I'm not really a big beer drinker. No, I'm just thinking, if I don't know, I've not put up the video from me walking from the tent to the front of the main stage at Download. And basically, if you had a bag, they searched it. If not, so I could basically have got in with 4 full bottles of bucky. Even though I wouldn't take them in because glass bottle might hit somebody, so I would put it in a plastic bottle just out of moral.
I turned this down, how come it's still there?
Black Strats are vermin in the guitar community, but a perfect canvas for a lass such as Jenny. You just get called a lass. That doesn't sound offensive at all.
Yeah, but Strats are a bit boring now. Just so many of them. It's so uninspiring, but I'm looking forward to painting that Ergodyne. Yeah. And I've got a nice washboard I'm going to paint as well.
I like that guitar.
It's really nice and it plays so well. Lovely little thing. It's a kind of Les Paul copy.
Not the Idol, but similar to it. In a sea of Encores. Not that there's anything wrong with Encores.
Yeah, there was loads of Encores, but the Encores were more expensive. So I thought, why is that wee washburn hanging about?
Cash converters. I was talking to Taylor earlier on. He's not been in tonight. He's like, look at, there's a really nice American Strat in the cash converters in Kilmarnock for like 900 quid. And it's like, remember we were...
I got a left-handed guitar.
You're looking at it, it's like pure, yeah, Encore, 70 quid, a bit expensive. You're like a Jim Deacon, okay, whatever. And then you've got like a Sir for 1600 quid. It's like, in a cash converters. It's not like they had 50 guitars, they had 10. Including a couple of nylon stringers.
I bought the left-handed one. Remember your friend bought it? Or was it Scott's friend? I bought the left-handed Westfield out of there.
He actually got... I got the Paul Gemmell Black Magic Blues Band. He was #1 in the streaming charts a couple of weeks ago in his band. I don't know how it works now though. A beat up Black Strat. But the Stratocaster 3, the difference is a Black Strat that's beat up is different from one that somebody's made to look beat up. Like a genuinely dented one. I've got a nice Tobacco Works Strat I'm going to put a tube screamer in that's got chips and dents in it, but not... These are just ones from being put in a stand and been dropped. You can tell.
Well, I'll answer that bottom question, right?
Okay.
Well,
X-Paps.
I've done just about everything, and I took woodwork at school, and I've done my own joinery work all my life. But I like to focus on art and just stopping to make something. But remember, Malcolm, I did do a guitar body, and it's still lying in the shed, because Malcolm was to bring over his router, and we were going to route it out. But my luthier...
That's only because somebody said it's not that easy, and I was like, I'll fucking show you how to do it so you can build it yourself.
But my luthier in America, he actually sent me a square block, which he's actually cut out the pickups.
Is that also a small amount of that?
Yeah, but I've actually to cut my own design, and I've
yeah, but this was altered. You altered this.
Yeah, when we were in America, Dave sent this, and he sent what it looked like, and I kind of helped him just go with the shape. Well, that was on the prototype. His guitars are phenomenal, by the way. I've got the prototype. I've got the bass, JPAX #1 bass. It's got an ebony fretboard. It's absolutely stunning. Little blue dots that light up, and there's this one, which was a reject. Malcolm got the reject. And I have now got JPAX #1, which is the guitar. So
there's 4 of these guitars exist
in the whole world. And honestly, can I get a shot of that one? Actually, not a shot to play it, but just to hold it, because I don't think I've held this one. Honestly,
that's the one that's the other one's designed for boobs. That one's not.
These are so ergonomic. They just sit so well. That's got a stripy neck on it, but they really are. Well, they are. They're really comfortable. Honestly, they're amazing. I can't say enough about Dave's guitars. He's a genius. Everything about them. I look at the shape of it and I go, oh, okay, do I like it? But it just grows on you. Doesn't it, Malcolm? You said it as well. We weren't that enthralled with it. It just absolutely...
It's when you sit on it and you've got this big bit that sticks up in front of your chest, which is just dead comforting once you're used to it being there. It's just like, yep, that's just there. That's great.
I think this one's bigger than my wee prototype.
Oh, definitely.
Teeny weeny.
That's the one that's made for boobs. That's not made for boobs. But I think for me, when I'm playing it, it's like, see, if I let go of the bass I'm playing, it dives about. That just sits where it is when you just do that with your hands. I don't know if it... Does it do that for a woman? If you lift your hands up, does it move? Yeah, no. Then it does for me, though.
It moves for you?
No, it sits perfectly still. You don't need to hold it up.
My prototype does.
But that's because it's a woman's one. That's a man's one. Oh, do you want the big horn or the small horn? I love the big horn. Don't remember to get off. I chose that, and I also chose what kind of pickups I wanted on it. The layout. And I said, Telecaster.
You put your own pickups on it, didn't you?
I also got to choose it. I wanted a Telecaster control plate.
I'm tangled up. I'll get into trouble. Yeah, I like this. The only thing I don't like about it is the colour. I think that could do with...
Trump orange?
No, it'd be beautiful in white. It would be beautiful in white.
It would be nice.
Just a little bit of
see if you could get
like
like a washed white where you can see the grain through it.
I like an off-white, like an antique white. And I'm going to do that to the JPAX #1 when it's sanded back. But it just feels beautiful, and I'm not just saying that because I like Dave. I'm not. I never like to shape, but I just wouldn't tell lies. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, we're talking too much.
Yeah, Alex, put some. I'm sure Jen could probably manage that. Stick up some
What?
black strats with pick guards on it. I think you should probably. You better just go over it. It's only. She's at Nicewood. Pop over.
Where's Alex? I'm not in
Greenock.
Nicewood. You don't tell anybody where I stay.
I didn't. I told them
live
you were in Nicewood.
I don't live in Nicewood.
I know that, but it's close. You're not going to go, oh fucking, you said Knightswood, it's actually Peebles. No, it's like, yeah, well, if you go to Knightswood, you're like within 10 minutes, you'll be fine.
I don't live in Knightswood, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Okay, your tune. Malcolm will say, slappy, slappy, slappy.
People who only make electric guitars are not luthiers, they are precision carpenters. Well, fair, maybe, I don't know. Hickey trumps. Oh.
Yeah, I can do a Photoshop, Alexander. Or I've got loads of strats. On Wednesday, Malcolm and I will get the strats out of the shed and we'll put some and do a lineup. Did I not do a photograph like that once before?
I have to buy Mr. Whitesnake's like strats. I don't know, but maybe you're in Holland and you were in America before, but here, so many. 9 out of 10 guitars you see for sale are cheap shite strats. Good strats are not necessarily boring, but boring ones are boring. And there's too many of them. Clones.
Paid $6 million for a
So
strat.
there's we were talking about that Strat you put pictures up of the other day, the Strat Plus or whatever it is. That's Stratocaster Ian's got one. That's how I know about it. The one with the funny
What
bridge
Strat?
on. The one with the funny bridge. Do you have a complete bridge on yours, Ian? Because Jen's got one of those bridges missing a couple of the tiny grub screws. That mad Strat bridge, the
Oh, the
Strat,
Fender.
the deluxe,
Yeah, I've got
or
one
the...
of them. I put it up in Marketplace actually.
Alright, did you?
And this guy got in touch with me and told me all about it, which was really good. Marketplace is not bad except when you get people giving you into trouble. You're having a laugh. I put a set of pots up and I said you need to clean them. Oh my god, I had to block people because they gave me into trouble.
Facebook Marketplace can be a
They
bit
told me
mental.
I should be ashamed of myself. I should have cleaned the pots. It was burnt. I wasn't going to clean it. They're taking forever.
I get my negative review on eBay is for a rack mount case, which I couldn't be bothered. It was on dusting shit behind the guys for about 10 years, and it was like the advert was starting at a tenner. This is dirty. I can't be bothered cleaning it, and I got a negative feedback for selling something that was dirty, and it's like that was why it was a tenner, not 50 quid.
You would usually clean it up. No,
Yeah,
it's
but I
not.
couldn't be bothered. That was the point. Fuck it.
It's not Knightswood, Kit Kat. I don't stay in Knightswood.
So that's eliminated. So it's somewhere in Scotland, but not Knightswood.
You know, I went in to see Malcolm's band and I took them all a pick card. I gave away 4 that night. I'm a generous person. It's him that tells me I have to stop giving everything away. He said I'm too generous.
A Freelight Trem Bridge. Been locked off for 30 years. It's called a Freelight then, Jen, that bridge.
Oh, is it?
Apparently so. I think it's the same one.
It's not one I'm going to use, that's the thing, and I'll never use it, so if I get some money for it, I'll use that money to,
Must you try to sell it?
buy some screws or something.
Must you try to sell it for?
I put it up for £30. I thought that was fair. And there's a couple of screws missing, but I could buy some screws and a pickup or something. Just buy something else. Everything I earn goes back into art. Always does. We could do something. Which one do I know that's good?
was on bass. I was like,
was there any I was good at, Malcolm? I'll play the bass, you can play the guitar. I can't have biscuits in the house, I'd eat them.
I do have got a biscuit.
Well, he's saying he'll give me a Kit Kat or a Four Fingers or some kind. Have you got biscuits down there? Nope, live on air. JPAX is refusing a biscuit. Don't want it. I've not eaten much chocolate for a while. It's my guilty pleasure, chocolate. I don't drink.
You can go back to high school?
I'll have another nut though.
No, I wasn't born in January high school.
They're out of date, and do you know that rancid oil is carcinogenic? And it's rancid. But it tastes good.
They're a damn dry digestive biscuit. I meant to buy chocolate hobnobs from digestive.
The Tremors go for 100 on that vendor. But if they'd done away with them,
perhaps I saw that.
who's going to buy it?
The Trem arms go for 100 quid. There you go. Did I have the arm? No.
No. I met you at Ivory Blacks, did I? I don't remember. I didn't have any pick guards.
And you didn't give him a free pick card?
I didn't carry any with me.
Oh, you didn't know you were going to Ivory Blacks?
It's in the moment. It's got to be in the moment. I've got to have that feeling.
Hey Mark, what's your favourite bass strings? Bass strings are so damn expensive. It hurts. I normally just buy rotos that swing bass, and I kind of like lower ones so they're a bit bendier, so maybe 100s, 95s rather than 105s. But the answer, to be honest, quite a lot of the basses I've got cost kind of the same as a set of strings, so it's difficult to change strings on them. I do buy the ones off Temu for a $5, but they're shit. That's what's on this. That's why this is kind of a bit. It's not the same.
I thought they were okay.
They're alright, but they're not the same as real strings. But real strings are like, can be any money. At Tony and Blitzkrieg's like, you know, set of Roto flats, £60.
Well, I'm not paying money for strings. My strings will be staying on there for a year. As long as I can sit and play my guitar.
Bass fucking strings, I still class them as new if they've only been on for a year. You need to wipe them down if you're gigging them though.
I'm not paying money to change them, that's for sure.
But that's back in the day when people used to have a bass. You'd have a bass, a guitar, possibly a spare guitar. What kind of guitar you got? Both types. I don't know, but I prefer. I'm feeling a wee bit limited by the short scaleness. Short scale's not as good as long scale, unfortunately.
I like it.
Doesn't sound as good. Oh, so who's bought new guitars this week? Obviously not Jen, because she's bought
I bought all the guitars in Scotland.
An Ergodyne buying all the guitars in Scotland.
How
many guitars have you bought?
I buy all the guitars.
Like since last Sunday, how many guitars you bought, Jen? In the last, just that one.
Well, if you count in a month.
In a month.
20 or something.
Yeah. We're all just mere amateurs. And there was a competition, I don't know, did you see that on Jen's page, where you could have won a pickguard you won for guessing how many.
This guy got in touch with me today and he said I have to stop conning everybody, and that Facebook verified that I was a con woman and I owe him a guitar. And I said, I don't owe you a guitar, it was only a pickguard that was up for the prize. And he went, no, you're a con woman and you need. I just blocked him. I thought there was a scammer on my page and he scammed everybody by saying press this link. Of course I was the scammer then, because everybody wants. I was going to actually give away a guitar, right? Granny's Knitting, and which is a nice Epiphone. What kind of guitar is that? Because it's not an SG, it's not a Les Paul, but it's a Les Paul shape, isn't it? Granny's Knitting.
I can't remember what
Anyway,
price
it's a new
I think it's a Les Paul, the special. Was it about one
Is
neck
it,
Les Paul?
the Epiphone special, right? Anyway, I was going to give one away, but just the stress of having a competition is just, I'll just get scammed. So I've changed my mind.
I've thought about doing a competition myself, but I mean I don't know how to do it. It's like, how does it work out with? Obviously, you're talking about you just pay the postage.
No, I was going to say they could pay the postage, which is £120 to America or £20 to Britain. Because obviously I'm putting up the guitar in 30 hours worth of work. I've given away guitars before. When I went to America, I just met this lovely wee girl and I said I'd send her a guitar if her dad paid the postage. Remember that wee girl? She was lovely.
Lola.
Yeah, wee Lola. Forgot her name.
Mrs. bought me a PV Zodiac. I'm not sure what a Zodiac is. I have guitars for sale. His name Price, good deal, friend. Yeah, Mr. Whitesnake. After
£10.
after roaster, so you've been looking at Mr. Whitesnake. You've been looking up vaporizer amps. They do pop up. If you look on eBay completed listings, the last one you see is only sold for 102 quid. Pretty cheap.
It rips your knitting.
The price of a new Epiphone, yeah. Some of them are amazing. It's like who's it someone talking about? It was the signature model Epiphone. I can't remember, it was a Les Paul, it was like 1200 quid and I thought that was quite cheap. Then he was like, it's an Epiphone one, like what? It didn't look that special.
That wee Epiphone.
It was a Jeff Beck one.
That wee granny's knitting Epiphone's really nice.
Huh?
It's a lovely wee thing.
£1,200 though. Yeah. I would rather have that and £500 change.
Yeah.
No. I think the problem with the Epiphone thing is, you get Epiphones for like 1200 quid, 1500 quid and stuff like that. They do seem to be good value when you compare them to a Gibson, because Gibsons are so fucking expensive. But it seems like a good deal when you compare it to a Gibson.
I should have bought that Gibson you had and painted it. In hindsight, I should have
paid for my car, yeah.
I should have.
Yeah.
Just because it'd already been stripped, that would have been good.
Yeah, but you did sell a scratch plate to the guy who bought it.
Well, that's cheap. A Westland Thunder Jet from Cash's for
Oh, wow.
£100.
Yeah, to be honest, Jeff, I would, if at £100, I would just have bought it rather than stealing it. It's just, you could have, should have been more expensive ones to steal.
There's that PV again.
PV Zodiac. It's a PJ style base, yeah. I think, is that the one that kind of looks a wee bit like the Washburn? No, it's...
I've got a PV base in the shed.
There's one that's kind of looks a wee bit like the Washburn Force. It's got a big top horn. I'm not really sure about a Thunder Jet. I know it's just black, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know how it sits in the Thunder range, maybe a wee bit later. I don't know. What have I been looking at? There's a guy selling one of those Epiphone GTs. You know the one I've got? The Les Paul, but it's got a Strat tremolo on it. For 40 quid on Facebook Marketplace, and I've got the exact same thing up for sale for 200.
Oh, why didn't you go and buy it then?
I messaged him, but the guy was...
It's already gone?
No, just difficult about it, struggling. Like, I don't know. There's a Westone Spectrum. It's red all over, neck 2.
Is that the one I've got, the Spectrum? One I painted recently, the one that looks like one of those children's car mats.
No, that's a Concord.
No.
But no, there is a red Spectrum, yes. It's got a red fretboard. I used to have the blue one, if you look back at my videos. The problem with the blue one was it was very, 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 very dark blue. So if you held it up to the light at the right angle, you could see that it was a blue maple neck and a blue body that was translucent.
That sounds nice.
But I quite like the red
if
one.
If it's got a red neck, that's
well,
nice.
It's got a red fingerboard, it's like dyed maple.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd quite like that one.
Yeah, cool.
How much is it? Probably gone.
Found a 2000 Squire PJ bass in
Right, I've seen that actually. I think it was the red that attracted me.
Galactic purple. There was one that some guy sold for like £100 in South Queensferry, and then a message, but it was gone. And the following day, it was on Gumtree in Glasgow for 400s, and then it was 350, and then it was 300, and then I saw it in cash converters for 180.
I had a Sun Mustang. Remember that, the hippie caster?
Oh yeah.
That was the Sun Mustang. Remember? Scott said it was the worst guitar he'd ever set up. Remember?
Aye, that was I got a Sun Mustang with Alnicos and Walking, but there's different Sun Mustangs. This is a Sun Mustang Encore, the kind of Fendery ones. That was a kind of had the Ibanez type headstock on it and was just a cheap ass guitar. Oh. What's your favourite guitar? Bass? That's my favourite guitar, I think. So I know the guy that made it. Oh, use that actually, I'll have that.
What is that?
I started drinking it to download and forgot about it. It's like a sort of bucky
Ganja
type.
rum. That bucky is horrible.
Oh, try that, that's nicer.
No.
Just Benelin.
Oh, Benelin. 300. I think I saw it, and I think what attracted me to it was the red fingerboard. I thought that is really cool. I guess I could paint a fingerboard a solid colour actually. I think I'm going to do that because, oh, I've done one blue. Remember the one that's pale blue? Right, that's it. I'm on it. I'm going to paint a fingerboard. The thing is with rosewood, it's got that much oil in it and the paint doesn't stick to it, so obviously I need to sand it back.
You use a maple neck.
I need to sand it back, but right, I'm going to paint one. I'm going to do that tomorrow actually. Yeah. There you go. There you go. That's
I remember when I saw the Stones in 2000 from right at the front of the stage, Keith Richards had a Telecaster. I've still never found out what make it was, but it had a neon pink neck and fretboard and scratch plate, but the rest of it just looked like a Telecaster. It looked cool as fuck.
I'd quite like a yellow one, a yellow fretboard.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I don't know why you used
yellow.
to get, who was it? My pal had a Rickenbacker that had a white painted fretboard. It looked cool as fuck.
I had a Rickenbacker on my lap today.
Lawsuit headstock. I've never really found a Rickenbacker I've absolutely loved.
Remember that one in America, that Rickenbacker, that double one, the white one, that was just so nice because
oh right, I had the one that crazy wiring. I bet you that's still never been wired.
The one that Bill wired.
That wiring and that was fucking
not been
great.
Wired yet?
No.
I wonder what happened to it. That was so cool. I loved that.
Was it a 12 string? It was a 12.
It was a 12 and a 6.
But it was the Rickenbacker head that's got like the slot tuners and normal tuners, so it's like the headstock's not, you know, a foot long. It's just got like the tuners are kind of going that way and then going that way. It's kind of mental. Thunderjet basically a twin bucker telly setup. Thunder style guitar, no Apache or a Fender. Leo got it right. Well, yeah. Aye, Thunderjet. I think. I don't know about telly. I think it's more Gibson-y. I think it's Gibson scale. But yeah.
Galactic Purple sounds nice, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But it can't be as nice as I can't really do it because it's got a camera on it.
It'd be too easy to do a Galaxy. You just do it purple and black and then put some splashes on it. That would just be too easy. I've done it already. I've painted a lot of necks. In fact, I've got a whole row of necks, and it doesn't affect
basically
them.
you can just crown the frets again, just like do the wire wool thing.
I just scrape
on the
it
frets.
off.
That's it. And it's
I
like,
just paint over it and
even if you want to do it, you can spend a while on it and you'll scrape it down so you can't see it at all. But it's only really the top bit that the string hits. So
yeah,
kind of just basically if you just buy one without bothering doing the frets and play it for a bit, they'll end up polished and all the paint will come off.
Yeah, I've done patterns on fretboards, but just to have a plain colour, that would be really cool. And red, that I just found it attractive. Red. It's the same with the back of the necks. I mean, this neck is stunning, but it's just not for me. To me, it's not artistic. I think for me, putting art on a body, it would look much nicer if I just painted the neck. Even white would be beautiful. I could do something with that ergodyne. I don't know, maybe the Washburn. I don't know. I think the Washburn's got a black neck, and I like a black neck. Yeah.
I don't like a black neck because my original Westtone Spectrum bass had a black neck. But I like other coloured necks. I used to have a 335, you know the old Gallagher one. There's like a British flag. I had the Scottish flag one. It was an Aria, and it had a royal blue neck on the back.
Do you think I should do a Scottish guitar? That one I've done with the blue and the white on it. That's kind of Scottish, isn't it?
Well, look at the tartan.
I've done tartan. What I mean is the Scottish flag, but then it's too easy to replicate a flag. I mean, I've not suffered. I've got to suffer for my art. I've got to really suffer. What have you done? Oh, you can't see the comments.
Yeah, no, it's like I've sat on the thing. Why was that not sitting up there? Anyway. Yeah.
Yes, painted fingerboards. I've got a whole row of them in my workshop at home in my little art studio. There's a whole row, and they're going to go on to. I've put some on.
Kit Kats.
Bye, Kit Kats.
Copious naphtha panel wipe surface cleaner helps with oily rosewood board adhesion. Have to do that before a super glue treatment. Yes, Jess told me about to make a fretless base. You take out the frets and then you just coat it in super glue and keep sanding and super gluing. It sounded awful fun to do, as in not fun at all, but kudos. It's a bit English mustard. It's not. It's Trump.
This is quite a nice colour when you look on the television screen.
It was like Dave said, I'm going to give it to you. It's like I'm not going to use ash again. It's a bastard to work with. I'm just going to paint it satin black, and it was like, I don't like satin black. And that strap was from the first gig I ever did. I stole it off the other band because I didn't have a strap. Put it on it and genuinely just forgot to give it back, but then I wrote my name on it, and that's still my first
It
gig.
says Kyle on it.
I wrote Kyle on it, yeah.
Why didn't you write Malcolm?
I wasn't Malco at the point. There you go.
Have you got a middle name?
No, I've got two.
Was it David?
I've got two.
Was it David? No.
Neither of my middle names are David.
So it's Malcolm, Henry.
No.
Malcolm. I'm sure you told me once. I can't remember. Malcolm. Sarcasm. Kyle. No, what is it again? Tell me. What's your middle name?
That. It's like I'm going to print a jacket.
What?
I got that off Temin for myself.
I speak fluent sarcasm. He's sarcastic all the time. And he told me the other day just loves to annoy me and be horrible to me. He says it's funny.
Trump orange with a red neck. Good idea, yeah. It's with a Don't suffer for that. You have to suffer for that, Mr. Whitestick. Otherwise, it's not art, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Oh, my Lord, we have pro soccer in Nashville now. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's not easy when you paint a fretboard. Obviously, some people don't mind. You can still put the wee dots on it, or you could paint wee dots in it. So
to be honest, what you notice when you're playing the guitar is the ones on the edge here. You need them.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what's on the fretboard.
Yeah.
It is nice for if somebody else in your band, if you're trying to show them that I'm playing a D, it's easier when you've got dots.
Hi, Sean.
Or you can go, oh, he's not playing in the dots, that means it's a sharp, but
Yeah, mustard is nice. Have you tried Arran mustard? Arran mustard's lovely.
yes. But then you get a great value out of Arran mustard as well by spending the rest of the evening finding bits of Arran mustard in your teeth.
The big mustard seeds.
Yes. I have a huge
I'm
dot
going
up
to
a
buy my
pork
first
pie that blows.
300. What guitar should you buy for 300?
Hey Bagel, I'm looking to buy my first electric. What brand should I go with?
Buy a second-hand one and you'll get a better guitar.
I would basically seriously consider looking at a second-hand Squire Telecaster. Don't buy something that's got a Floyd Rose on it. Don't buy something that looks like this with a big whammy bar, because on an expensive guitar they can work, but if you're paying 300 you want them to spend the money on just the wood, so you want a sort of pretty basic guitar with no tremolo if possible.
Well, 300 would even get them a Fender, a Mexican Fender. I've seen them on
So
Marketplace.
you maybe get
So don't buy a brand new one.
get a Mexican Fender for that.
Do not buy a brand new one. So unfulfilling paying £300 for a brand new anything. Just buy something second hand and get yourself a better bargain.
Yeah, but I would look at if you can get a Mexican Fender. But if you're just starting out, then is it worth it?
Fractal fret press call. Where's Jess based? America.
Sorry, Jess.
Where's Jess? Where
Currently
is he?
works out his choice of. No, he's in Cornwall.
Oh, you're down in Cornwall,
He builds
Jess.
Princess yachts. I think that's I'm trying to give you
Yeah.
your trade secrets. But Princess are only the best kind of yachts. The big, massive powerboats. 3 or 4 Gaxes. The Gaxes are awesome. I remember having a Gax bass that was so cheap to my pal. I wish I'd kept it because it was fucking brilliant, but they only made them for a year. The Gax bass is like everything that an Epiphone SG bass or EBO should be but isn't. It just looks kind of like an SG, apart from it doesn't have the stupid dead sound. It doesn't have the crap pickup. It's amazing basses.
Have I not got a GAX bass?
You've got GAX guitars.
I'm sure I've got a bass.
No.
It must be rare.
It is. I've only ever seen two.
I think you'd have stole it if there'd been one line there.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the GAX guitars. They're good.
I've got cameras in the shed now.
I nearly bought another webcam on Temu earlier on. It's like that one, whatever it was, that one there, was £4, £6 or something like that. It's like ridiculously. I don't know if I've got a limit on how many I can use.
See, the Ibanez would look really nice with a red fretboard. That would look stunning with a red fretboard.
Ibanez did actually do red fretboards at one point.
There's something kind of vintagey about a red fretboard. I need to paint a red fretboard tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that Ergodyne in red. I don't know. I won't know till I start. Problem is with paints don't always work and they're a real pain in the butt. And I'm having problems with different paints. Splattery, coming out like cottage cheese. Not good at all. And even the varnish, it's not coming out good.
Even when you're talking about the Trump picture, the guy, he hates Trump, the designer of the guitar, and he sent me like 6 photos of Trump, and then he showed me which one it was matched to. So there is actually a photo of Trump where that is his skin tone. But yeah, I would basically look at something. See if you buy as Jen said, a Mexican Telecaster. It's never going to go. It's always going to be awesome. Telecasters are the best electric guitars. They're the simplest and no fanning about, and it's probably easiest to go from an acoustic. So get a Telecaster. You buy a brand new Jet Telecaster, maybe you have to pay it set up. Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose if you know somebody that plays the guitar, like if you knew me and we were local, I could fix it, sort of thing. Proud to be an American whore.
Yep.
No, sorry. Proud to be an American. Where at least it's I'm free. I genuinely read that as I'm proud to be an American whore. It's slightly far away. It's where, not whore. Although that's probably not how you spell whore, is it? I don't know.
No, I'm not ready for a solo. I can't play the guitar when people are watching me.
Yes, I used that.
I'll just mess about.
I used that at that last gig we did in Aura and More, and see if you look at any of the photos around it looks like it turned the smoke machine from atmospheric fog to is there a fire in the kitchen look. Basically that fan just blew all the smoke to the back, and basically just good. Alan just was in a wall of smoke and we didn't have any smoke.
I made him buy it so as he could blow his hair. £4 in a charity shop. Yeah, you should buy a JPAX guitar.
It was me that found it. It was £3. Jesus. Hey Jen, looks like a fan is blowing your hair.
It is. It's not long enough.
Oh yeah,
to
sorry. Buy a JPAX. Yeah, you could buy a JPAX guitar. They would be a bit more expensive than £300. But the thing is, you would get a guitar that played really well then, because I would have set it up.
And you'll get an artwork that will go up in value one day, because I'm going to try and make.
And then if you're really, really shit at the guitar, you can hang it on the wall and still have the best looking guitar. And only one. Oh. What is that?
Did we do that one? Most of our little jams never made it to the screen. What one's that?
It's American Girl. She lives in American Girl.
I'm too tangled up here. To JPAX.
We were talking about that the other day, actually.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's one of my favourites. Kevin Spacey.
I really watched it again, but
someone once told me that they left me behind when the aliens left me behind when they were building the pyramid, so I might just be JPAX's sister. He's K and I'm J.
Yeah.
Ah, really tangled up.
Hey Dave. Yeah. Yeah, I've been moving shit about. I'm now using this thingy program, and I've got a special guest on, and I'm finding I need to work out how to get this. See if I can get the chat coming up on the screen, which I'm sure it should be. This program's actually meant for streaming video games.
Right. Okay.
So I should be able to have like Windows. You can imagine the way it's set up. Like you can imagine the big screen is I'm playing Mario Kart,
YouTube, yeah?
and then
you just go to YouTube. Then there's a thing on YouTube that gets you go live.
No, normally I just go to just stream from the webcam. This time I'm hopefully using that mic, which I'm still not sure I am.
Okay. Well, I think they can hear you because they're all commenting. So
yeah. Well, the thing is,
should be good.
On this one, I've got see where it says mic auxiliary at the bottom. You can see it flashing. So I know it is this one. Which is good fun. Hey Daniel! Got a special guest on, JPAX. You can ask the question that you want to ask, whatever it is, I don't know.
If anything.
If anything. It's kind of weird, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Live chats are great. Cool. It's kind of bizarre having two folk doing it. It's like I tried to think about something to do, and Jen's like, do I bring crash helmets? It's like, and I was thinking about this last week, and I couldn't think of it. It's just basically just set it up like this. And
it's a bit like painting now.
Just start drinking bucky and see what happens, and if it's shite, it's shite.
Tell Jen it's Coke. That's and then offer a slug.
It's not my fault if it's terrible. You can share the flame. Tap the mics, I'll tell you. Tap the front. It is on. I tried to.
It's not working.
It turned out you were talking piss when you were saying that the thing me, because I've got the Tank Commander headphones which are connected up. I can hear the bass coming through. Quite a lot of noise. Woo! 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 Is that on? No.
Well, I can't hear when I put the hell on.
Now it's on. Now it's on. Yeah. But to be fair, I'm sitting there thinking there's a little bit of noise going on, a little bit of interference. There's a fucking fan, which I notice you've kicked that fan, so it just does absolutely none of that cold air's coming anywhere near me. It was like I was getting oh, there we go. See, look.
It wasn't deliberate. It's working.
Yeah, stick a helmet on. I did. It's not quite big enough for my head.
That's my helmet.
What bands have I been in? Whitey, The Comfy Chair, Black Sick, The Blind Doug, Project Ray, After the End Cranking House. I think that's probably about it. There might be some more. Love the jumpsuit, yeah.
Highway to the Danger.
Yeah, Highway to the
Some of
Danger
my photo shoots on Facebook.
Highway to the... I really feel this should have a just sign that says Malco across the front of it, in big letters.
No.
I've got it on my chest, I suppose. It's a rollerball band. Yeah, it's very rollerball, isn't it? I nearly watched that the other night. I've got the record. It's got an amazing. What's the song that's on the record? Done on like the organ in an ice hockey rink. It's like pure evil tune you know from Hooked Classics. It's a belter. We already tried to play that.
We did it at the beginning. I was doing the bass. You do it, I'll do the bass. If I can remember.
Oh, playing a fancy guitar. Oh, it is even plugged in.
It's all wrapped around my leg.
That's how you put between your legs. Interesting.
That one.
can't actually hear with this helmet on, but yes. No, well done. I keep it going. That's it. On the bucky, I can just play it match.
That's right. It's on the bucket, so I won't annoy him when I'm making mistakes on the bed.
You're on the bucky too.
Should get you on the bucket. It tastes like medicine. It's horrible.
Brutal film it is, Mr. Whitesnake. I remember watching it and thinking, oh, I pure love RoboCop. The Rollerball's going to be similar to it. And in some ways, yes, it is the violence, but it's not funny. Whereas RoboCop, all the violence is hilarious.
How did we two meet? Well, you got a while.
I wired a couple of guitars.
Well, I was going to burn a guitar, right? Big George in the Business's guitar. He was a friend of mine. I'm sure some of you have heard of him.
Big George in the Business's album sold quicker than Sgt. Pepper.
I was going to burn his guitar like Frank Zappa. And the guy on Facebook said, no, don't burn the guitar. So he came over.
Sorry,
Japanese
Herman's
shirt.
helmets.
What?
Herman's helmets. Sorry.
Anyway, he came back. He came to see
something good.
Anyway, I said that I was wanting to paint guitars, and he said that he could wire them for me. And
Me?
no, not you.
I'm not paying attention. No.
Harry number one. It was Harry number one.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to get him to wire the guitars, but that didn't work out because his hand wasn't steady. So I didn't realise that Malcolm was wiring the guitars. So he would send me a video and say, look at this guy, I did a Bowie guitar, and he goes, look at this guy. And I would look and go, who the hell's he? I mean, can this guy even play the guitar? I mean, I was just looking at him thinking, well, what does he do? He's only got 3 viewers. I just thought, what's he doing? So I didn't know when I just watched him, and I thought, oh well. Anyway, fast forward 2019, I did a Frank Zappa guitar as well. I did it for a guy that was going to fly in from Switzerland and take it, and Malcolm had wired it for me. So fast forward again, Malcolm kept getting brought into the picture because he was good at DIY. So I bought a house and Malcolm came over to help me do the kitchen, and I'd painted a West Tone Thunder.
That West Tone Thunder
bass.
though.
Love it.
That West Tone Thunder, when you bought that,
Uh-huh.
I got that given in and I swapped the pickups in it, so I'd already swapped the pickup.
Anyway,
so
I
it's
gave
actually
him
a pickup from an Aria, which I've still
I gave
got.
him it for helping with the house.
As payment, do you want
Yeah,
money or
okay.
this bass? And I gave you £150.
I gave you money as well for helping doing the
I know, but I
bathroom.
gave you £150 for that West Tone bass.
It was worth
Off my
300.
bill.
It was worth 300.
It's me though. I buy West Tone basses for £50.
But you never even did anything. That's the thing. I got him to do the bathroom. And then a week later I had to get the plumber. The plumber had to come in and fix his work. So I was gone. I was gone, Malcolm. Right. Is that a doobie?
No.
Anyway.
That
Are
was
you sure?
that was a vital shot.
Are you sure?
A triple shot.
Sorry.
You saw Big
There's a
George.
funny smell in here. Is that a doobie?
No.
Sorry guys.
Yeah,
It smells funny in here.
It's roasting.
That
It's like,
smoke's terrible.
oh dear, tobacco is bad for you.
It
I saw
is.
Big George a few times. Could play better pish than play sober. I never actually got to see Big George, but Jen was one of his pals.
I looked after George. Sadly he was an alcoholic. And I just stayed upstairs for him, and I loved George. It was brilliant. Anyway.
And got access to the guitar. His guitar.
Well, George gave me his guitar. If he hadn't given me it, would have got burned down because he set his house on fire. Anyway, I'll finish the story. So, fast forward again. I was down at the car boot sale and a van drove up. Oh, and there must have been 30 guitars in the back of the van. And, it was really scary trying to grab as many guitars as you could, And I think I grabbed about 7 and I brought them back. And Malcolm and Scott had been coming over that day to help fix the shed. And I said to Malcolm, there's a guitar, and I gave him a guitar. Then I went, I'll paint it for you. So I went out the back and I sprayed it, and I thought, right, okay. Then I just proceeded to paint the lot, and I did them all.
No, he said, what are you going to do with it? He's like, do you want this guitar? You bought it for a fiver? The boot sale? Something like that. I don't think you bought, it wasn't a big pile of guitars, you just bought one in the boot sale, and I was fixing the shed.
I didn't, I got a pile, I got 7, and 7 or 8, and
the one you offered me was the cheapest, shitest one, then it cost you a fiver.
It didn't have a name on it. Well, what did he want? You think I'm going to give you the Fender? I'd give you the fiver, you wouldn't give me anything. So anyway, I painted them, and I just painted them all, and then he kept bringing his guitars over. Paint me 7 guitars, Jen, and then that was it. I put them on Facebook, and everything went crazy. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I had about 10,000 followers overnight, and I was stressed. I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. And I got thrown out all the guitar sites, and Malcolm just ended. I said, right, okay, I'll paint you wire, and that was it. That's how we met. Sorry, long story.
This is mostly accurate also.
Well, George sadly needed a drink.
Because I was going to play, you said, what are you going to do with that guitar? And I said, I'm going to paint it buckfast. Colours like a bucky caster. Oh, what's that? And I was like, okay, I'll paint the body green.
I'll do your bucky caster.
I'll do your bucky caster. And then you just did that.
I just couldn't do it because I couldn't do somebody else.
I was round the back of the shed measuring shit, came back out, and it already started to look a wee bit like it did. And it was like, oh, and then
6 hours later, I was still painting it.
But once you'd done the 2 of them, it was that one. I was like, because I kind of knew, I'd seen so many guitars and bits, I knew what it was going to look like once it was built, whereas I don't think you did, because I remember coming around the second day with number 2 and going there, like a full guitar.
No, but I'd seen them built because the Bowie guitar had been built, and the Zappa one had been built. So I had seen them.
They were in JPAX guitars.
But yeah, I'd already started calling myself JPAX because my pup had died by this time. So I'd done some canvases with JPAX on it.
They were guitars, they weren't pattern guitars.
Yes, they were.
JPAX has farted, have you?
No.
Oh. Fretwood Breeze. English wood, but Jehovah.
Jehovah, it's Jehovah.
Jehovah.
Oh, don't tell me it's a Jehovah, no, I'm just saying it's Jehovah, it's a J.
Ha.
How would you pronounce Sankar? It's Sankar. Sankar. I say Sankar. How do you say it? What?
You pronounce Lidl.
It's Lidl. It's L-I-D.
I don't have any arguments for that.
It's not L-I-D-D-L-E, so it can't be Lidl. It's got to be Lidl. Listen.
I like shopping in the middle of Lidl.
My little autistic niece says it's Lidl as well, so I'm taking her word for it. I prefer Aldi anyway. Oh, somebody retracted a message. You woke George up from the kitchen floor and nice and sleazy and got up and ripped.
Into purple haze?
And he got up and ripped into purple haze. Oh dear. That's amazing.
I wish I'd known the guy. I do remember my pal David lives up in Lindsay. His first gig he ever went to was Big George's Business when he was like 14, and he went out of town and he played the first set, and then after the second, when it came out for the second set, it was like, George has pulled. There isn't a second set, and he was like, for him it was like, oh, fucking rock and roll, you know what I mean?
Do you know what George would have loved? He would have loved that Jimi Hendrix guitar to hold it. Indra's guitar. Well, George would have loved that. That's really sad. I need to get George's guitar back. That's a mission. I need to do it, Malcolm.
Yeah. You could piddle in the middle of Lidl. That's normally the sort of...
Exactly. You can't piddle in the middle of Lidl.
Piddle in the middle of Lidl. Yeah, totally.
That's the way I see it anyway. My brain sees it like that.
So we never actually got to I take it nobody's actually bought a guitar this week apart from how's it going? How's Dunoon? He's in Dunoon. Remember you maybe don't remember, there was a BC Rich masterpiece, which was very nice.
In Dunoon? That time we went to Dunoon.
No. I should probably have been out there and could probably popped in to see when we were in Dunoon though.
That was last year. Last September.
It was, yes. Yes, where we sent the guitar down the waterfall.
No, that was the time before, and I got bitten by 200 midges.
That was really bad.
The September was
I genuinely, when I was like laughing at you normally, but I did actually, there was a point where I felt quite bad about that. But look at my leg and it had like pus filled, looked like baked beans stuck to her leg, like
There was 200 of them all.
Kind of not funny anymore. It was really funny, just like, I mean, I was obviously getting bitten by midges
but I
as
should
well.
be used to midges. Spent my life on Arran. It's not like I'm...
Yeah.
The midges were bad last night. Really bad. Down in the country.
Who's George you keep talking about? He was
George in the business.
He was a famous blues guitarist from Glasgow.
Yes. And George...
Whose debut album sold quicker than Sgt. Pepper's, apparently.
And
I've seen
George...
The album kind of looks like the Beatles' White Album.
But he jammed with Buddy Guy and Mick Taylor and a few more.
Mick Taylor's one of my favourite guitarists. I bet you didn't know that.
Did
you know that?
If you Google George's obituary on the Scotsman newspaper did an obituary on it, and it talks all about that. He's also in that movie Down Among the Big Boys with Billy Connolly, and George is playing the guitar in it with Deke. Anyway, George was lovely.
Yeah, it's Stu. Hey Daniel, I'd bang Bronco bass for a tenner. We'd be all over that.
Yeah, they were brilliant Stratocaster.
No Bronco bass would get past me and Jen for a tenner in Glasgow. In Edinburgh, I'd drive to Edinburgh for a Bronco bass for a tenner. They're fucking amazing. Put hot rail in it, perhaps. Temu hot rail for a fiver.
I've not seen a Bronco bass.
No, they were always suspiciously not that much cheaper second hand. I've had a couple, but it's rare to get one for under 100 quid, and they only cost like 120 quid new. So they're good. A Voxy
What's the
C15
album
head.
called? Sorry, what's his last name? What's the album called?
It's just called, I think is it not called The Alleged Album?
Oh, The Alleged Album. There's a guy out called...
I say alleged.
Oh, what's his name? That guy that sounds like George. He's a famous singer. He's English.
You've told me this before and I can't remember
who it
it
is.
is.
I can't remember his name.
It's not Bonamassa, is it? So I can't remember.
Anyway, he sounds just like George, and I went to his concert, and he played George. I gave him George's because George inspired him, and it was amazing. And he sang a song called Tower Hill Road. If you Google Tower Hill Road, George wrote that when he lived in Tower Hill Road in Knightswood, and it's absolutely beautiful.
George is from Knightswood. Jen isn't.
I'm not from Knightswood. I was born in the West End. I moved
Of
to
Arran.
Arran. No, I was born in the West End down in Highlands.
Outside toilet.
I was born in Redlands Hospital.
Remember having a bath? We used to go to the bath shop. Have a bath.
In the
have a bath in the house. Oh, no.
No, I used to go to the steamy, but on Arran I had an outside toilet. See, I'm older than Malcolm, that's the thing. He doesn't
But from
remember.
Arran as well, so therefore I just add 20 onto that. We're laughing. It's a time travel thing going to Arran.
Yeah.
It's a scary place.
Anyway, Google George's song, Tower Hill Road. Honestly, you won't be disappointed.
Used to go to
absolutely beautiful.
Platini's in Glasgow to see Big George. How come you only started playing the guitar
remember
recently
that.
then? Alex, you should have been playing when you were back then. I got two Waz, an Ibanez Weeping Demon and a Steve Vai Bad Horsey. Nice.
George gave me all these his videos, and his videos from all these places you're talking about. Like when he was there and they filmed it on the old camera. I've got them all somewhere.
Need to get them out. You were not talking to Craig in the Black Sabbath band. We were in. We was talking about it. We mentioned Big George. He was just because it was not him that's told him to showed him how to play the guitar or something like that. Met him when he was
and George,
he was like 13. Went to a pub, and George is just talking to him, and he's like, is that brilliant? I like Jimi Hendrix. George is like, you know what? I listen to Jimi Hendrix, and then proceeded to show him how to play Jimi Hendrix songs, and it basically inspired him. So he's quite a fan.
George was friends with Frankie Miller as well. George was just, they talk about him in The Scotsman as a Billy Connolly meets Jimi Hendrix. That was George's nature. He was so down to earth.
That was me. All that paint can suffocate the tone. That's exactly it. I still remember very early on someone said that in one of your pictures. You were like that. And I was up here going, someone's fucking said something about painting affecting the tone, like on the first or second guitar you'd done, and you were just like that. Nah, it didn't seem to worry Van Halen very much. And you're like that.
No, but the thing
well
is,
done, Jen. Fucking yeah. Fucking shove it up your arse.
People that worry about things, they're never going to survive the Holocaust. That's true. How are you ever going to survive? Just get out there and do it.
I didn't paint this for the tonal properties of having a bare wood stained trump. How do you square the finish with all the 1970s, 1980s poly finish that are going up price?
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, Greg, I don't know. I don't know. It's like poly finish. Does it make any difference? Ultimately, it makes more difference who's playing the guitar than anything else. Stick me through Jimi Hendrix's rig or Stevie Ray Vaughan's, I'll still sound like me. Just crapper. I'm not used to it. No jojoba oil. It's tone paint. According to Billy Corden. See people coming in here with fucking incorrect information. You burst in, it's pink paint that makes the guitar sound better. But I mean, ultimately it does, mate. It makes a huge difference. I'm sorry. It does make a difference. If you think a guitar looks shite, you're playing, and you know, or you think it's not cool, you're not going to play it as well as one you think looks cool. That's it. Even if the one you think looks cool digs into your leg and the action's a bit high, you're playing it better than the good one.
I'll tell you what makes the guitar sound better. A piece of artwork that actually makes you feel amazing, because then you pick up that guitar and you play your best because you feel wonderful looking at something that's... Yeah. No, it's the same way if you feel great about buying a certain brand of guitar. Yeah, but artwork's very evocative.
But there are things that you can do. I mean, look, that isn't my point with this guitar. Look, you'll notice it doesn't work because Jen's one is the ladies version. This one sits absolutely. Look, I mean, I'm not even. It's just completely there. You know, you don't get guitars that sit down like that. Obviously, looks are a bit different.
Amazing guitars.
If you're worried about the tone wood breathing, just drill through the paint. Well, that's it. I mean, there might be arguments for it, but I suppose it comes down to, even if it does make a difference, let's say it does make a difference, does it make a difference to what's actually coming out your amp? Probably not. But maybe it makes a difference to, you know, what I'm hearing just now coming off the guitar, like acousticness, not. And even then, if it makes a difference, maybe it does make 10% difference. Is it a 10% better difference or a 10% worse difference, or is it just a 10% different difference?
If you like art, then you're fine. If you don't like it, then that's it.
John Lennon sanded the paint. Yes, he did. Unless it's an acoustic, the more of a feel issue and doesn't make a huge difference. The sound is an acoustic instrument, it's a Gretsch or a Gibson.
That's what I said, Greg, roughly. But
even then, if it's a Gretsch C30 and stuff like that, it's still not making any difference, I don't think, to what comes through what's coming out the cable. Whether it's got any, how well it resonates doesn't make any difference to what actually comes through the amp. It does if you're miking it up over there and you're miking up the amp as well, or you're playing it live, or just now I'm playing it, I can hear the sound coming off it, so it sounds different, sounds better, therefore I'll play it better, but what's coming out the amp doesn't make any difference. Inspiration is the key, whichever it may be. Yes, okay.
It's just, you just love something.
My guitar is faded pearl blue, it's green now and I love her. Well, there you go, I do like that.
Well, colours.
I do like that.
You know, there is a thing called colour therapy, so you obviously choose a colour of your choice. It makes you feel good. Colours affect you. They used to say orange was for your stomach. I used to paint my house orange. The walls were just bright orange, and I don't know, I just couldn't live with a bright orange wall. He's got an orange bed. We bought that in a charity shop.
No, I didn't.
It was an ad.
You just remember things just at random, don't you?
No, because we saw one in the charity shop, remember, and we were going to buy that one. And then you found that one in an ad. Anyway, orange is for your stomach, if you get stomach problems. White's for thinkers. My walls are painted pure white because it helps you to think. And when you're doing all this artwork, this drives me crazy. This literally, all these painted patterns drive me nuts.
No, I started to suffer from a bit of colour madness from wearing all the JPAX guitars. The first 20 or 30 were just amazing, couldn't stop looking at them, and then it got to the point where it was like when I bought my black Telecaster and I was like, this is so boring to look at. Yes. it was so uninteresting rather than just being up here, don't look at it.
Yep, that's why I like white guitars.
But I mean, that's because I've played 100
It's very soothing.
John Fogerty used a blue tartan Les Paul. Did he? Like I played one. Did John Fogerty play Glastonbury? Good stuff. I never saw that. What base colour do you prefer to paint over?
What? A base colour?
Yeah, but the thing is, the thing is that annoys me is like you say, oh, you're not having that yellow Telecaster. It's a pure amazing base colour, and then you paint it, and then there's no yellow in it whatsoever.
I prefer white, cream, grey, yellow, all those base colours. I don't like paint on a black. It's just not a good base colour for painting. Just for getting any depth of colour. Of course, you can spray paint in any colour because a spray paint will cover better, but not when you're using acrylic pens. It's not good.
Tell people what you think is sexy because it's considerable subconsciously as boosting your confidence. You're playing better. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I totally agree with that, Greg. It just like obviously there does get to a point where all the strings have to sound, you know, the neck has to be straight enough, and there is things to make a guitar minimal that actually works, and then once you get up to a certain level, whatever that level is, then you get, oh, but I like this one better, but yes, it does one that's cool, but you might get one that looks pure cool that the neck's on at the wrong angle, it doesn't physically play at all, so it's shite, but yeah.
Jess, it just comes down to personalities at the end of the day. We're all different. And some people are a bit anal and uptight, and they're just stuck in a certain mould. And if they break free of that mould, that's why I don't try and achieve perfection when I paint something, because it's really difficult to achieve perfection. Just let yourself go and be free, and just free yourself.
So I'm answering a question from Daniel. How are you getting on with the new amp? The new amp is on and plugged in. I've got one of those £6. Yeah, I had to do that. Sorry. I can now turn it off. But yeah, so Daniel, loving it. Glasgow was poor. My pal was going to Glasgow. There's a big difference. It's tiny. Oh, there is a difference. It's tiny. People focus on eliminating things outside of themselves as reasons for not achieving. Spend the effort more positive and you will achieve. Yes, Jess. And yes, I mean, it's like one of those things. I kind of know what you're saying. That's one way of putting it. Yeah. But it is. It's like, you know, it's all in the fingers and it's how well you play. And yes, the guitar does have to work. You know, the strings do have to be in tune and stuff. But
the paint's not that thick.
No, that doesn't make any difference. The paint, but as I'm saying, it's like the paint. All the guitars, all the JPAX guitars, are played.
Except the first few. Remember that one that went out number 7, and it was thick, and the paint was running off the bottom.
Yeah, but it didn't make any difference to the way the guitar sounds.
He just loved it.
The way the guitar sounds and plays, it doesn't make any difference to it. I mean, it's like
he loved it.
It's there.
He bought it. It was just so thick with paint. It started at the top and it all ran down to the bottom. And I try and put people off buying things. It's just an insecurity, so you try and talk them out of it, and then they say, we want it, and you just can't talk them out of it. If they want it, they're going to buy it.
Yeah, but I would say it's like, you're not selling guitars that don't work. They're all of a standard that someone could think is the best guitar in the world.
Well, I don't know if that's true, if white is the best tone in the world.
Black Epi
you need to have pretty sharp ears.
What's a black Epi telly bass? So I personally watched Neil Young's brilliant headline concert. Alright, Neil Young, he's amazing. White guitars are the best for tone, Mr. Whitesticks. Well, there you go. Gold primer, translucent paint on top.
Maybe white, because white's for thinkers. It makes you think better, so maybe it plays better. I don't know. Is there something in that?
Going back, I always thought white Marshall stacks, which Rainbow used in the.
I want one.
What's it? I Want to Love You All Night Long. They had white Marshalls, and I always thought they looked shite.
I want a white Marshall.
And then I went to see Status Quo, and they weren't very good at that gig, but they were subsequent times. But they had white Marshalls, and I thought, I don't really like the look of those white Marshalls. And then the first song came on, and they shone red lights on the amps, so they had red Marshalls. And then when it got to the mid-8, they shone blue lights on the amps, so they had blue Marshalls. So yes, white.
There's nothing.
Then you just shine a light on it, and it becomes whatever colour you shine on it.
I just recently bought white speakers because they were white. White JBL speakers, they're absolutely amazing looking. I'm never going to plug them in, but I just think they look amazing. And the guy's got another 4 and I want them. I want the full 6. Nobody's mad enough to buy them. I won't stop till I get all those six speakers. I got sunshine. My voice is going on a cloudy day.
So no, I can't play it, but it was enough for Jen to know what it was.
Not so, white, Mr. White's sake. Just off-white. White is too white. It needs to be off-white, like an antique white, for it just to give you that bit of wow. That's just.
It's okay, Mr. Whitesnake. I'll sort her out.
White,
no,
white
Mr.
White.
Whitesnake is a connoisseur of
white,
of the Japanese guitar.
But so that's pearly white.
That's no, it's Japanese pearl white. That's the white, Mr. Whitesnake. We know it.
Do you remember? Scott's got my Japanese body. Pearloid.
It wasn't a Jap. Yeah.
It's
but
nice.
So that's.
White on white and black.
Like my, did I tell you how many times have I told you my Honda's pearl white? But pearl white,
yeah,
only Japanese pearl white.
Every time I go out in the car,
Alex does have a Honor Telecaster, which is a pretty good approximation of Japanese pearl white. Just that I know it's not Japanese, so it's not Japanese.
White is stunning. White on white, and a wee bit of touch of black, maybe even a wee bit of grey. Just stunning. Someone said to me they're not colours because it's white and black, but, well.
Yeah. So you can agree with this guitar, because I'm pretty sure Trump thinks white is right as well.
Horrible. It's a nice guitar, but that colour is just not nice. It reminds me of orange pine, you know, the old orange pine you used to get. I preferred it stripped. It would be nicer if it was stripped.
There's information that I was it's unrepresented. White is unrepresented in the media. JBL is so good. Playing live, you're basically fighting spaces that are not the best sound wise in the studio. You need to get it sounds amazing, but might not hold up to live playing.
Yes,
Wimbledon white. I've never heard of Wimbledon white, but there you go.
It'll just be an off-white. That's true, Dave.
Bit racist, but white is better. I made that joke before I read it. Yeah.
Black Tolex is boring, but JPAX is taking the Tolex off of amps and painted.
I don't know. The interesting thing is Dave is like that. That's good. Sorry, I've got the button to press it. That's a seafoam green Tolex. I was really disappointed when I got the orange in a trade because I wanted an orange, not a black orange, because mine's black. And then after having a shot of your one for a couple of weeks, I think I borrowed it for a week, did a shot like a wee orange combo.
Oh, that was quite big.
I'm really pleased that I've got a black one because the orange was too much after a couple of weeks.
I think the black on the orange amp.
The orange amp was cool. The reason I wanted the main reason I wanted the orange amp was because it's orange, and then now that I've actually.
The black does look good, but white's a very uplifting colour. For me, I love it because I'm surrounded by colour. I just love white.
Many of the YouTube personalities, YouTube is our main gig of source of income, so what works for them, I may not work in a studio or live. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, but you still get a nice guitar. I'm okay.
He's drunk.
Who? Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm okay. I play the guitar more on YouTube than I do anywhere else, but so nice to have a good one.
Yeah, but that would look nice, Sean, because it's happened like that. That's its life, so it would be really nice. I would like that.
Trump thinks I don't want to talk about.
I want a big giant white Marshall.
It
doesn't have to work. It's just to stare at it. That'd be good to stare at it.
Just paint your amp. Wimbledon
white. Yeah, I'm going to paint one white.
One of my old teachers.
Goodbye, Stratocaster. Good night. I've got to go to work early as well.
That sounds something, Sean, definitely. Seafood green is pretty. Night night. Catch you later, Stratocaster. I don't think we're going to be on much longer. That's been 2 hours.
Yeah, my neck's sore.
I can give up.
Talking pish with Malco, eh? Malco special.
Yeah, no, it's been good fun. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome, Malco.
I wasn't talking to you. Thanks for coming in. I was talking to everyone else, but yeah.
Alright, okay.
Greenfin Demon Green Nick Turner. I do know, yes, Nick Turner. That noise you hear in Hawkwind is a saxophone played through a wah-wah pedal, by the way. the one that you go, what's that mad noise that only Hot One have? It's Nick Turner playing a saxophone through a wah-wah pedal. I'm sure that comes up a lot. You do look quite, it's like maybe aliens or something. Quite militarial with your
I like the military. If I hadn't been an artist, I'd have joined the Navy or something.
Because
like
as well as painting things and making beautiful things, Jen likes killing people. Yeah.
No, I don't like killing people, but I just like uniforms.
Oh,
I'm
not
talking about men in uniform. I like uniforms. I just think they're smart.
I'd love to expats play a Caravan song, but I can't think of one that's easy enough. How's you going? If I could remember the chorus for that one. I can't remember how to play a Caravan song. There must be one there. What's you do that. So 5 and 7. And then 7 on the next string. So just lock them together. Just up one note. So just that one, and then slide both of them up one, just up one note.
Right.
Then there's some. Just there. It's prog. Just that. One note.
Oh, you're not giving me a chance to listen to it. He always does this. I just got to get it in my brain.
As a Caravan song.
I need a wee bit longer to practice that one, Malcolm.
Technically that one's not on in the Land of Grey and Pink either, so there you go. Oh. Frank Zappa introduced Hendrix to the wah-wah pedal. Possibly, I don't know. Got black, white, blue, orange heads, combos and cabinets. It's fair enough that most Tolex is black. Sometimes it's good. Not my thing.
Itchy head.
Well, helmet here.
Itchy head.
Good for a wee bit of the Andy Warhol kind of look. See that way that fucking...
Yeah, I've been called Andy Warhol a few times with the mad hair. I've had to thin my hair out because it's that thick.
I heard someone called you Mr. Magica. Oh dear.
Somebody called me Mr. Magica. Who called me Mr. Magica?
Some observant person. Golf girl. Yeah. Watching from Phoenix and it's 106, which is 41 off her.
It's only 21
Fuck's
here.
sake.
It was 21 here today and we've got the fan on.
It was 20.
probably
It was
about
22
16.
at Glastonbury, and we were struggling. Wow, 41 is just insane. You're jamming along East German banjo. Wow. The shit I've had.
Do you know the note names? Oh, of course.
We
I
know.
learned to play guitar when I was at school. I was playing guitar before he was born. I just didn't focus on it because I do my art. I just write my own songs. What's this? E, F and F sharp. I'm doing the caravan one. I'm still on the caravan one.
It's just E and F sharp. Or E and F. I think it's an A though. G, C, and F. You can probably manage G, C, and F.
Oops.
That's not golf girl. I can't remember what it goes like though. I'm sure it's in G though. Definitely.
I've probably not got the beat right.
Just at one note. But it's funny timing. Remembering bits of it. It was the bass I played in that band though. Oh, totally Cypress Hill. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, we should play some Cypress Hill, Jen. That'd be great.
What?
Is your bass? The bass does sound a bit Cypress Hilly.
What to get stoned with the brain tight? I don't find it. Insane in the membrane, insane in the brain.
I've never played Cypress Hill before ever.
Sounds good though, I like it.
Yeah, no, totally.
When the pipe was best, when the tank in his own back as was. Time to going insane. First time in the old big podcast.
I wonder which song it is I'm playing it.
I was enjoying that.
Yeah, no, it's
Actually,
totally.
I really like that tune.
It sounds. It's a Cypress Hill song or something like it, or basically that. I think maybe what you're playing as well, but see the actual sound of that
Yeah,
bass.
I like Nirvana.
The actual sound of the bass is identical to whatever Cypress Hill song it is.
No, that was good sound. I like that sound.
Is bass easier?
I like the bass.
No. It's much harder to be a good bass player than it is to be.
And I'm shite according to Malcolm.
Yeah. Yeah. You've really been playing for not very long.
It's because I want to
Molly's
make more...
Lips by Nirvana. I probably know
I
the
don't think
song.
I've heard that one.
No, you do know what it is? It says just G and C. Na 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 na. Is that not Molly's Lips? I don't know. Got brown and red. Ebony Eyes Riff. Yeah, indeed. Best to just jamming the channel. Well, I suppose there's two of us doing it. Yeah, totally. But it's just like, yeah, totally. But it's definitely got the.
That is really nice. I like that.
Doors, there we go, okay, aye. That was not like Cypress Hill, it was exact. I don't know, I mean, it's like, see if I just had a little 10-minute listen to some Cypress Hill songs, I would have some idea what to play, but yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
It was cool anyway. I'll need to get that song.
Is a bass easier? Only if you can play on beat. But you have to do more on less than bass playing will improve your rhythm game. Basically play both. Yeah, right, the last bit, play both. No matter how long you've played the guitar or how long you've played the bass, learning to play the other one a little bit really helps you play whatever your main instrument is.
Yeah. I think
So every time you play the
good to
guitar,
do both.
you get slightly better on the bass, and every time you play the bass, you
Yeah.
get slightly better on the guitar.
every time I play the bass, I just do what I do in the bass on the guitar. So it helps me play the guitar better.
But
So-
some things sound, you can, like, chords really aren't on a bass. You can still play them, but you have to be clever about
Well,
it.
I would write a song and sing with a bass rather than a guitar.
Would you?
I've always liked the bass, so I've always preferred a bass.
Would you,
sound.
Ken? Would you?
Aye, you can
would
like
you? Would you
Malco.
describe this in a Fife accent?
You can like Malco.
Would you,
aye.
Ken, like?
Aye, Malco, you can like. When are we going to Fife, Malco? Do you want to go to Fife?
When I was in Fife, it's like it's difficult. Even to the point of when we go into the first charity shop and I hear people talking, it's like, oh no,
I didn't
the
do
Fife!
that.
I'm trying not to laugh. Oh,
Didn't
no.
do that, Malco.
No, the thing that's really embarrassing
I've
is
told you
when you go
before.
to Fife with someone who's not from Fife and in the shop they go, I'll have a wee bag with that, Ken. And the people go, that's not a Fife accent, you fucking Ouija, stop trying to be
They've
like us.
They've
Yeah.
not said that to me.
No, but they've thought it.
Your
They're just too
Fife
polite.
accent shite. Mine is not bad.
A bit like the Doors bumped into Cypress Hill. Yeah, well, I mean, the Doors are fucking brilliant. That Live at the Hollywood Bowl film, if you ever get a chance to see that, watch that. It's fucking amazing. Scott looks sexier now. Who's Scott? What? I'm a bass IC bitch, where I mainly play root notes and provide the sonic foundation to all the twits who think they are Flea or Bootsy Collins. Yes. I think one of the things about the bass is if you're going to play bass, don't... It's okay to try and learn slap, funk, pop bass, but don't play that when someone gives you a shot of a bass. Play something that you can actually play along with.
Thanks, Paps. I could be better. I could do better when nobody's watching me. You know, I just don't. I don't like being watched on camera. I'm quite self-conscious. But thanks anyway. Yeah, definitely. I'm an expert in skill and creativity for sure. He lacks in that. Well,
Skill and
actually,
creativity?
No, he's actually just a wee bit behind me on there, just because I'm older than him. But he's actually quite creative himself. Yeah, I've always loved the bass. I could always hear the bass in a song.
Can I protest? If only we still talk to Scott, we could come with this. Where it was like, the first bass you painted, I'm not playing the bass. Bass is shit. The two of us, I mean, Scott, like, what the fuck is the bass? It's amazing. You'll love it.
No, what
and then
I
we
said
made you fucking play it through your Gen amp, and then you're like pure boo boo. Oh, I really like the bass. Yes. You
What?
said the bass is shite.
What I meant, I don't know. They're saying I said that, but it's
No, I'm telling a lie. What
It's
you said was
lie.
the bass is shite. It's only relatively recently that basses have become.
I didn't actually know much about a bass guitar, but I like the bass and sounds on. When I buy a car, I would always make sure the bass sounded really good and deep. I just love it.
Did you not call it bass though?
No, see when it's written down, I'll say bass because to me it's bass, but I know it's a bass. He's just at it. It's just when it's written down, I want
No, I
to
used to
say
call it
bass.
bass and treble. In fact, see that very amp there, Jen. See that amp? That's my dad's old stereo when I was a kid, and I always called it bass and treble. So that's where I used to read bass from.
Yeah, if I
Because
see it written, that's
Bass
just where I
is
say it.
B-A-S-E.
It's a bit like Lidl. If I see it written, I just read. I got confused. Anyway, thank you. I'm getting a wee compliment here.
You typically do not notice.
Jen
but
is a
yeah.
sweetheart and a cutie. Don't change, dear. I will never change, Greg. I don't know who you are, Greg.
You'll
but
never
thank
learn
you
how
so
to do
much.
it properly.
Thank you so much, Greg.
Bass is one of those things you typically don't notice, but I mean, it can. It's the difference between a good band and a shit band. Like having a good bass player is everything. Everything else has to be good, but a good bass player can just take it to the next level.
Right, okay, well I can play quite a lot of tunes. I can play my own music I've written in it, but he doesn't like me playing my own music because he tells me I can't play in threes, I've got to play in fours. Right, what was the one we were doing? What about...
You do that?
No, what about the one we were doing last week? That we did on the bass. Remember?
No. What was it?
Patrick Hernandez.
Oh,
I think I remember it. No. I had it perfect last week.
To be a
Time was on and I could get this up and coming up to bye. Rush to grab a new guitar as I went to time. We were born
born to be alive. Born to be alive. But remember that about to be.
Give me two. Give me two. Is it that one? Because this is a short scale bass.
That's the same notes. Is it?
He's not shouting at me because I'm being watched.
I don't know what the first note is. It not E?
Is this going to be a tune? It's an E to start with.
I think it's E. It starts with. Let's see if it anyway. That's a very different instrument, little crossover from upright bass, electric bass, more stuff. Have
I
you
better
seen
go.
that girl in the corner? No. Again, I'm just a silly bloke from Phoenix.
What's the longest it's taken me to paint a guitar?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Well, I tell you something, Dave. I could paint a guitar in 5 minutes, right? Spray paint when I'm focused. But I feel like I'd be cheating everybody if I sold them it and it only took me 5 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll muck it up and I'll take a few hours. But I can do a guitar a day. I can paint a guitar a day, can't I, Malcolm? Easy.
Oh, easily.
I've even
But
done
it comes
3 or
down
4
to
a
the
day.
point of it where every one of us would go, stop, you've done enough, just stop there, and it's
No.
still got 2 hours to go.
And I've got to be on a hyper mood. I can do it. I'm not so much on a hyper mood just now because I'm lacking inspiration. But definitely, I could, when I'm in there, the zone and focused, yep, I could do 4 portraits a day, ripping up paper. I did 1,000 portraits ripping up little bits of paper, and trust me, that takes forever.
Well, someone was talking to me about your Beatles poster the other day, and what was different about it. See, no one's ever seen your Beatles. You think you sold it for a lot of money. The thing that more than one person has told me is like the thing about that Beatles poster is all of the Beatles look like the Beatles. You never ever ever see a portrait of the Beatles where they all look like who they're meant to do. Yeah, no, that was something I can't remember. One of my pals told me this. It's so different to think about it. It's like even on album covers when you get like hand drawn ones. Yeah, that's a good John, Paul, George, who's that? Oh, it's meant to be Ringo. Whereas your one, they all actually look like the person who
I've got
meant
to tell you something about that Beatles one. It was done in plywood. I started that in 2012, and I didn't caption them all. I'd never done a portrait in my life. I had to teach myself. It's really difficult. You use a lot of mental energy doing a portrait. And through the years, I did little bits too. I had to rip up thousands of bits of paper, and then as I progressed, I started rubbing crayon into it. And I eventually fixed it in 2022, and I got it spot on. But it wasn't easy, but it was just because I got better through the years. Somebody's asking if we can do a jam with auspicious. How do you know auspicious? Sean, do you follow me on Facebook?
There is a jam.
There's one there, there's two. There's actually the director's cut when Troy ruins it. And there's actually an
Is that a song in it? It's Born to Be Alive, and there's another one. Did we not do two songs?
No, it was Debbie Harry we did with Jessica.
No, but there's also one that's never been released that I recorded.
With Jessica?
With Thingy, of that Patrick Hernandez.
And Jessica was singing it.
Jessica was singing it. Jessica
she
said,
had the wig on.
Jessica went, aye, okay, I'll do it if you do it in the next 10 minutes. No, she fucking put on painted on a fucking Freddie Mercury moustache with black marker pen. You're like, yeah, you're
Did
mental.
I not post it?
I don't know.
Do you know we do that much? I've forgotten. Right, I'll try and do that.
Yes.
So, Sean, I'm assuming you follow me on Facebook and you know my daughter, Little Auspicious. Little Auspicious is going somewhere, you know. Auspicious, follow her. She's brilliant. You know, people are asking her to write little lines for them. Everybody's wanting to work with her. There's some big names, you know, but not mainstream. It's dance now, you know, and stuff like that. Anyway, she's very talented.
Okay. Oh.
Right, Malcolm, I'm going to have to go because it's 10:30 and then I need to go and it's going to take me half an hour to drive back and then
Right.
I've got home at 11 o'clock at night.
Everybody, thanks for joining in. I'm going to end it there. I've only had half my bucky, but
I'm probably saving them.
I'll get back
Well,
onto watching my
You
film.
can just see me to the door.
The film I'm watching, I forgot what it's called. In fact, it's still in the... Check this film out, hold on. Nope. The film is called Heavier Trip. Watch Heavier, have a look at Heavier Trip. Let's see if I can find out where the fuck we are. There. Okay. Excellent. So, cheers on your way out. If you could spike the likes, that would be awesome.
Yes, and follow JPAX on her page.
And Fox did follow JPAX Guitar. If you do type in JPAX into the internet, you'll find me and Jennifer Armstrong in brackets JPAX. My checker works really well, plugged into either my Ibanez or Steve Vai Was goods. I was told that the check in the mail. Dave said, like, yeah, right. Okay, cheers, everyone.
Guys.
I'm going to end it. I don't know how quickly this will end it when I press the button, so it might be a couple of seconds.
Anyway,
of me
good
trying to
night,
stop
everybody. It's been fun.
Watch Zardoz, seen Zardoz.